Oh, hello. It's Ann. We're streaming again because we have lost control of our fucking gourds or something. Gonna clip shit today. Yeah, I don't blame you. Part of me was like, you know what? I don't even know if it's gonna be worth it. And then Tevin last night, when I was listening to him at like 3 a.m., he was like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty stupid, and it's probably gonna be Ann's fault as well, because it's gonna be like nonsense. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this is not gonna be nonsense. Like it 100% is gonna be it. But if you weren't aware, DSP is aware that LTG at some point did a response. I don't know if he's gonna pull up a Twitter video or if he has the actual video. I don't even really care. And LTG was reading out the messages that DSP has sent him over whatever amount of time, obviously trying to clout chase, hoping for some kind of rivalry or something or another, so that way people will care. It's already kind of whatever, right? I don't even know if that blob guy one is actually working or not. NFW, it's not showing up yet. Yeah, he kind of did, but it was I caught a clip of it on Twitter, and there's probably an actual clip floating around, but I'm honestly not looking for it, because I just don't give a shit. I don't give enough of a shit, because it's gonna culminate down to him reading his DMs and LTG saying, get off my fucking dick, because that's all it boils down to. Like, actually what it boils down to. The way he messaged LTG sounds like a loser trying to get a girl. Here's the thing, Chowder, and this goes to everybody here. Doody, well, technically I can profit off of misery. The only way I can profit is if somebody wants to be generous on Twitch. That's the only way I can technically profit. I still have yet to monetize the channel, and I don't feel like I ever will, because there's no fucking point in monetizing the channel. I fucking hate YouTube and I hate Google. Well, I don't hate YouTube, but you know what I mean. I hate the idea of YouTube and where it's going in the future. YouTube is still really, really fun. It is fun as fuck, but it becomes less fun every single day. That's just my doomer coming out, my inner doomer coming out. But yeah, everything is just gonna be nonsensical today. Let's take a quick look at the clip in question. Let me swap to the appropriate thing. Okay, there we go. We're in proper, not quite proper, but appropriate goblin slaying attire. If you were to pretend that I was slaying goblins in Dragon Quest. Don't ask. But hello and welcome. We need to see the clip in question, or at least the Twitter clip. I went ahead and downloaded it because I didn't know if it was going to go away or not. You can open up a good old VLC player, obviously. And it's, of course, from your boy, IMO342, obviously. Can't be a clip without him coming in to grab it. So let's listen to a snippet, assuming that DSP is going to play the whole thing, a snippet of what the reaction was to this whole nonsense of Mr. LTG, Mr. Dale over here, reading out the nonsense.
So I know you probably have no hold on. So I know you probably have no.
M. Storky was hoping to see a funny picture of Dave, but instead got smelly OJ.
Forgot that was still on. I thought I had that on pause. Fuck.
So I know you probably have no hold on. So I know you probably have no interest whatsoever, but my viewers are asking me if I would reach out to you and request a set in Street Fighter 6. I've heard you're pretty much focused on mastering JP while I've been all over the place making variety content for my viewers. I'd be open to it, but I know you turned down any kind of matches with me years ago, and I doubt anything has changed. If so, I'm here willing, but no big deal if you're not interested at all. So, you DM me May 9th? And DM me June 22nd. Get off my dick, bro.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. The nonsense that's been coming from him, at least in the form of DMs. Now, apparently LTG has made a response. I'm assuming that's from last night. I could be mistaken. It doesn't matter because the point still stands that DSP has just been behind the scenes hoping and praying that at some point LTG is going to notice me senpai and probably respond and give him the clout that he so righteously believes he deserves. Now, if you have ever seen the leaked emails from Wings back during the whole Wings, well, not interview, it was the documentary that Wings had on him. And DSP was reviewing the documentary, and he wanted to get Wings' permission first. If you saw all the leaked DMs on there, and I've read it out multiple times, I don't need to read it out again, but for those of you who need a quick reminder, DSP was very quick to dick suck Wings. Like, he was like, oh, sir, would it be great if, you know, I'm going to do this, that, and the third. I really want to review this. Would it be okay with you, sir? He loves to use the word sir, especially when he's sucking up to somebody of higher authority, at least somebody he perceives as higher authority. Wing says, go get that bag. And then he follows up by saying, hopefully you liked the way I presented your side. You know, I hope that I was able to paint you in a good light, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, the moment he said that whole painting in a good light for Wings was a moment it was completely tainted, like unimaginably tainted. DSP is not a good dude. He is a sneaky fucking snake, and he'll go behind anybody's back to make it where he'll look like he's a fucking winner, that he's the victor, that he's the victim, and that he deserves all this praise, love, and, you know, sympathy and all this shit. And it's so lame that he does this. Absolutely fucking lame that he does this shit. ESP Viper biting people, yeah. Bill and LTG gonna do DX cross chops to the haters. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Now, there is something to note. I did not cover the, obviously, because I wasn't streaming last night, but I did not cover the daily wrap. Now, for those of you who remember yesterday's nonsense, DSP was very, oh yeah, you know what the trolls are putting out, you know, it's okay, all the clippers, they're okay to do this, they're well within their legal rights and everything. And DSP completely backtracked on that on the daily wrap. Hold up, let me unmute that for a second so that way we can hear Silent Side Phil.
For what was Monday, the 24th of July 2023, quite the eventful day. First of all, today was the release of the first DLC character ever in Street Fighter 6, Rashid. He's a return character from Street Fighter 5. But in addition to that, today I reacted to apparently a rant that LTG went on about me last night on his stream.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at how fake this is. Listen to this.
But in addition to that, today I reacted to apparently a rant that LTG went on about me last night on his stream.
You know, I apparently reacted to this rant that apparently, you know, happened on apparently LTG stream that happened apparently the other day. Man, yeah, apparently you did. And apparently it was a rant. And you knew it was a rant. You previewed the rant and you were like, yeah, this is so great. I'm going to turn it into an hour and 10-minute segment on its own. So you could sit there and hope to God that some people from LTG's trolling circle were going to come by, give you a couple of dollars and say, yeah, Phil, we think you're right. Thank you for making fun of LTG. Like, literally, that's what he was hoping for. Surprise, surprise. The moment he actually started stream, all of the support dried up. He made that $100 after he got the $20 from 1 Minute Man and $30 from Game Trekker. And after he got all those troll tips and all the troll super chats, everything froze in fucking place. Got nothing additional afterwards. Nothing. The night stream was even worse too. The night stream, he was not looking so hot in the tips department. I know that's like something a lot of people like to keep up with, but he was looking kind of rough. Even with the last second donation from some, who was it? It wasn't Haseo. It was It's the guy that gave him $1,000 and he can't afford a used vehicle, and I can't remember his name, but I make fun of him every Friday. That guy. But he got like an extra fucking $1 from that guy. Not even 100, not even 50. Yeah, Jax. I believe it was Jax that gave him a fucking final tip. It's really, really weird. But he got nothing. $26 for the end of the night. He was flying high on cloud 9 or something. I don't know. But yeah, he was expecting a lot more attention than he actually got.
In reaction to my talking about him on my podcast yesterday,
$1.25.
Me mostly talking positively about him.
Guys, listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to that.
My podcast yesterday, which was actually me mostly talking positively about him.
Yeah. You remember that hour and fucking 10, 15 minutes of him talking positively about low tier God? I can't actually move my hands because I haven't plugged them in, but you know the motion. You literally know the motion. I know you could see me doing the thing with my hands, making a little fucking upside down M. Not an upside down M, an upside down W, because we do M's like fucking Majin Vegeta, but we don't do W's because we can't do M's. But he does this weird thing where he thinks it's like, yeah, that's how he does it. That's how he does his little thing. He did that. He did that. And he thought it was positive. I don't know. I really don't. I'm not doing it. I'm not plugging my hands for it.
People goaded him and told him a bunch of stuff that didn't actually really happen. So he went off on a big rant and a tirade against me today, or last night. So
he's pretending he's a victim.
This morning. If you didn't see it yet, watch.
He's actually pretending he's a victim right now.
And that's why it's an extra long podcast of 2 hours, because like an hour.
You know my rules about checking Discord every time somebody tells me. But you know I make an exception for the hate army. We like to listen to the hate army
and all kinds of other
whenever
stuff.
they give us horrible advice.
So after that, we went to Street Fighter 6.
What the fuck is this?
And the new character Rashid. And I did his guide. I did his combo trials.
Oh
some
no!
Of them. I did his.
I'm so scared for whatever it is I just downloaded.
For about an hour. So all in all, about 2 hours of me trying to learn the character, and then I finally went to ranked for an hour, and then my late stream tonight was another 2.5 hours of ranked gameplay. It's low tier 3.5 hours of ranked. So here's what I think about Rashid. He is very different from a lot of the characters,
it's this one.
Because even though, yes, he implements dash canceling for combos, a lot of his gameplay is based on range and using his tornado projectiles or fool them.
Can't even do it right.
It's
Can't even do it right.
No one else has an ability like this
Fucking
tornado that can leave a tornado
I hate
in front of him,
this.
and it changes the properties of his moves. I feel like, even though I played with him all day, I barely scratched the surface. Like, I think this guy's gonna have so many mix-ups and things that other characters
don't. He talks
don't.
a lot about the Street Fighter nonsense.
I was using
this is
maybe
literally
half of his
worthless.
moveset today.
Actually, fucking
I was
worthless
struggling to learn
segment.
basic combos. I learned 2 different ones.
He's like pretending
one
that
combo was good for, like,
he learned a lot and he was
Another
doing
combo
great.
was
And I mean, he was doing
Level
great.
3 super, you could combo into super, but neither was like optimal. In the
Literally
corner, I didn't
whatever.
really know what to do, and I wall bounced. So really, just learning the character for the first time.
He knows nothing about LTG. He just knows the memes, dude.
I fought a lot of Rashids today too. Like, a lot of people were trying to learn this character. After my ranking matches, I ended up in platinum.
That helmet?
And basically all day, that 3.5.
That helmet went to ban world. Legit went to ban world. He promoted as this helmet was gonna go into rotation. Never saw that helmet ever again. And you can't even make the excuse he can't hear anything with it, because he has neck phones. He can literally hear anything with it. He did it during that whole thing. The other thing that most people probably forgot about, you remember how he spent like $15, almost $20 on a foam finger that only showed up for like the grand total of 40 seconds? Yeah, that thing's probably in the dumpster too. It never came back, ever. Not even for that stream he bought it for.
Half hours in rank.
Pretty good, huh?
Was me winning a lot. I won quite a lot with
Pretty
Rashid
good, huh?
today. For perspective here, he's probably one of the best runs I've had with any new character. I was a little disappointed though, because I felt like I could have been doing better. There was some missed dropped moves. Here's one thing I really don't like about the character. In his guide, it claims that he has a true invincible reversal with his OD spinning mixer, which is he spins like a tornado. The OD version, he goes up at an angle and he's glowing when he does it. It claims it's invincible.
It went down the disposal.
It's only invincible in very limited frames at the startup, so you can't really
have full
use it
context.
as a good anti-air.
I don't want to miss anything, or else CSP will call me a
reversal at all.
A negative
like
individual.
Most characters who have good invincible reversals, like Ken or Ryu with their dragon punches, or Guile with his flash kick, stuff like that, they can do it when they're getting rushed down. They can do it when they're getting jumped on. With Rashid, this move is almost never invincible. It's actually better for like you do a hit string and they think that you're just going to stand there, so they try to counter hit and then you do it and it blows them out. But really, it's not good for an anti-air.
Why would he ban the Nazi hat if it's his personality?
They're all right, but they're not great. They're only invincible.
He only wanted to ban the hat the moment Stuttering Craig and Adam didn't approve of it, which was really good that Stuttering Craig kind of told him, hey man, this kind of looks negative, you shouldn't use it, you know, but whatever. Oh, don't call him that just because of the shirts. You know what, Dwight, I'm gonna order some new fucking Hawaiian shirts. I haven't worn them in like fucking forever, but I'm gonna wear Hawaiian shirts now. I'm actually gonna have the avatar will have a Hawaiian shirt.
And
then we'll see who's laughing.
I'll get much better if I watch tech videos, because that's the thing. There was no tech for this guy last night. He just
bring back Hawaiian shirts. Bring back the Coles, man.
Some basic stuff, but basically,
yeah, Blab's still in shock.
I don't know the complex stuff. I don't know the best things to optimize.
They say that she's still staring into space.
I would need to watch a bunch of videos of this character to try to learn and optimize my gameplay with him. So I probably will use it more in the future, and I did pretty well.
I think he's about done talking about the Street Fighter shit.
Tax up the wins and losses, how I actually did, because
once Game Tracker tallies up, not even tax, but you know, it will. I don't know why he said tax, but once Game Tracker does the work for me and tallies up how many wins and losses and gives me a stat sheet tomorrow, which is today, I'll be able to know how good I did with Rashid. I don't fucking care. I legit don't fucking care. I hope you play Rashid for the next fucking 5 years. I don't care.
No, let me put it this way. I started in 2-star platinum. By the end of the night, I was in 5-star platinum. In one session. That was like 2 or 3 hours of gameplay.
Are you ready for that to be a segment? I can't wait to have skip juice for that.
Right? You know? I mean, I'm almost
going to be able to skip all of that by the time he goes live, which he should be live. But I don't want to check him out right now. All right.
There was a change.
All right, one other thing that happened. What was that one other thing?
To the way that you do the drive rush move in Street Fighter 6. And since I was using Rashid, I basically implemented it right into my gameplay style. I don't have to dash anymore. Now I can just hit the 2 mediums. This is going to be key. Excuse me. This is going to be key moving forward with all my other characters that I'm using. I feel like this is actually going to make
Restream just for today
much easier. And I'm curious now when I play tomorrow night to see what happens.
I just took my lunch break just now.
We'll talk about in just a moment. Okay, so great streams today. Thank
great
you to everyone
streams.
Who was here, who supported.
Cool
and
stuff.
Had a great time with Rashid today. A successful day. I will upload the remaining gameplay right now so you can see all of Rashid tonight.
He has literally 3 more minutes of nonsense. So what does he talk about for the last 3 minutes?
It's good stuff. All right.
Now, he already talked about how he did a pre-stream where he talked about LTG. He literally only played Street Fighter that entire day. He has 2 minutes and 40 some seconds, like 2 minutes and 50 seconds now, to talk about something. He can either talk about what's happening the next day, or he's going to talk about something that happened today. What did he talk about?
What I can say is this. For those of you watching this video, there's going to be a follow-up on tomorrow's podcast regarding the LTG situation, because something already happened today. I just didn't tell anyone. All right, I want to save it for tomorrow's podcast rather than derail my Rashid gameplay with more LTG crap. So tomorrow morning, we're going to actually talk more about it. I have not only more supplemental information about why this guy wondered about me.
Black Mage 66652 tiered 50 big ups. Fuck this regarded fake drama. Hollow and Gen 3 announcement tonight. Let's fucking go.
I have my own feelings about 3rd gen announcement. I still think it's a little too much saturation for the market for the West. That's how I feel at the moment. But people can disagree with me on that. Hollow Live needs to kind of pump the brakes a little bit and work with the talent that they have, because at some point it's going to be spread too thin. That's my honest feelings.
But I also have a follow-up directly from him. So I'll talk about this tomorrow, okay, on the show. So you want to know what that's going on with that? Tune into the podcast tomorrow, where we'll have our whole follow-up segment, and I'll let you know exactly what's going on. But if you want the full story, definitely watch the podcast from earlier today. People said it was highly entertaining. If you're wondering why there's low views on it, it's because everyone clipped it and restreamed it immediately. You know me, I'm doing gameplay and everything. Well, all the fucking restreamers and haters clipped it and put it on the internet, so anyone who wanted to see it already has seen it, so they're not watching my version of it, they're watching the video version that's already out there, edited and shit, but you can watch the raw version, unedited, in context, with all of my commentary over it. I did a live react to him. It's live right now.
Man, do you see that? You see how he literally fiends for the views? And quite literally yesterday, during that entire fucking thing where he was like, hey troll channels, how you doing? And all that shit, he literally waved at the camera saying, hello trolls, hello Restreamers. He said it was completely okay what we were doing. It was completely okay what we were doing. He loved it. He was excited for it. It was all fair game. It was all legal. And what does he do? Not even 12 hours, not even 10 hours later, this dude is like, yeah, well, nobody's even watching my version of the video. It's not really doing any views. Everybody already restreamed it, watched it, edited it, fucking put out videos on it. Bro, you have so little going on in your life. You have this amazing fucking setup and everything. Your internet connection is so good. Why didn't you take that clip that you fucking finished up during that time in which you took a bathroom break, literally uploaded to a YouTube video? It doesn't take any time. It's literally a drag and drop process. I've shown it on stream before how quickly you can actually upload a video. He could have done that very easily, but he didn't do that. You know why? Because I don't know, he thought that somehow or another people were gonna watch it after the fact from DSP's own channel, instead of somebody else cutting out all of the fluff and just, you know, showing this. Just showing just the nonsense, just instead of having all the garbo in between. Wants to listen to all that.
Check it out, okay? So what are we doing tomorrow? Well,
all right, more future
after
schedule.
a full day of Street Fighter today, I'm actually happy we're not doing Street
Live.
Fighter all day tomorrow. We'll do a level.
Hate Army, no. I want to have the skip juice built. I want to have 5 minutes because he's going to literally dick suck his Rashid gameplay. Please. Let me build up at least 7 minutes of skip juice. That is all I want. That is literally all I want. I want to skip when he sits there and he gets a $30 fucking tip from Game Tracker and he's like, guys, I did so well with Rashid. Oh man, I love his tornado flavored dick and I can't wait to get more tornado dick action in my asshole. Thank you. And he gives double thumbs up. I don't want it. I just don't want it.
One podcast covering Rashid, covering also this LTG update to this situation, and then after that it's Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, don't spoil, but if he's coming out the gate, that's fine.
So I don't know.
I know how he's gonna do it. He builds up the hype before he says the hype.
Literally, you'll do a story.
You know how he does.
Bored for 2 hours doing boring crap. So we'll see how it is tomorrow, but hopefully more advancement. Because remember, everyone wants Final Fantasy done. Because once it's done, we can move GTA 5 into the daytime stream slot.
All right.
Tomorrow night, late stream. 6:45
schedule.
Night in Street Fighter 6. My
Community
lobby all set
night.
up with a password, and people will
care.
join me, we'll play each other and have a good time.
Play with each other.
Trying to implement the new
bondle
style
each
of drive
other.
rushing and see if that makes the gameplay any better for me. It probably will be easier to do the drive rush combos now as long as I get used to it, and that's the key. Is I need to get used to it.
He needs to just finish up
really
16
well.
at this point.
We'll see what happens with that.
It's
it should be a good time.
horrendous
Every
now.
community night that we've done so far has been great, and I'm looking forward to another one tomorrow. You know, probably more Rashid, maybe some Luke, Zangief, Dalsim, Honda, all these characters. Good variety of characters tomorrow.
Good variety. All right. Thanks for the stuff. Thanks for the engagement. Please like my shit.
Keep in mind, there is one more streaming day on Wednesday, and that's actually,
God,
I don't know if
care.
we'll make it. We probably won't, but I'm going to do my absolute best to get wins and hit master level with Blanca on Wednesday. And
all right, master level
Blanca.
Blanca.
So like the videos, leave comments, get that engagement up for that playthrough, because that's the most popular thing I'm actually doing right now, and I'm
literally gives his viewers a homework assignment. Go to my videos and artificially boost it up with likes and comments, which this one got a couple of comments. It was actually pretty good. It's a lot better than most of his videos. But yeah, gives him a homework assignment.
Thank you all. Have a good night. See you.
Thumbs up, teacher. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And what do we see for tomorrow morning? After he does his little assignment, we get
videos are tech out.
Okay, so apparently got out the gate. Look at this. We only have 3 minutes of skip juice. I'm actually pissed off. Okay. So he has this little thing, the little teaser before he actually says anything. So let's hear this.
What's up?
Hello, look. What is that? What has he got? I don't even know. It's either a lanyard or like a fucking whatever. He's got a fucking rope around his neck.
What's up, everyone? On today's show, we're going to talk all about yesterday's big release of the first DLC character in Street Fighter 6, Rashid, and my unprecedented great first run with the character. In addition, there'll be a major follow-up to the LTG situation. Yes, it's true. Even more has happened since yesterday. So all this and more on today's podcast.
That's literally his opener. Okay. Get past this. Here's those little dumb intro. I like how you can kind of see him. Yeah, you can see him in this. Yeah, it fades out and then you can just see like a gray, like mysterious apparition right there. It's like a ghost thumb, a ghost Silvano thumb.
Alrighty, everyone. So, welcome to the show. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. If you can't notice, it's been a very busy 24 hours for me here on DSP Gaming.
Very
First
busy.
of all, I don't know if you've noticed,
and it's
but
exploded.
based on the feedback that I received yesterday on the podcast, I've been working on my sexy.
I wonder if we make, you know what? I wonder if somebody could get LTG to just make fun of DSP for not wearing the brown blouse. He would bring out the brown blouse and we could just have that on stream. I wonder if he could do that. DSP, you biscuit ass motherfucker, you don't wear the brown blouse anymore. Imagine that. Somebody lacking in their male sexiness, not wearing the brown blouse. And then he would just come up on stream. He would have the long sleeve brown blouse. He'd whip out the chain too. DSP would miraculously find the missing chain that he had years ago. He would have that on. He would do like the Silvano thumb hold. You're like, guys, I'm coming to you looking extra sexy today in the brown beggar's blouse. That would be something.
All right.
All right.
So I switched up shirts, so now I'm wearing a nice tight pop culture reference shirt to be at the height of fashion, and also I'm wearing a piece of jewelry, a necklace on the outside of my shirt.
He's wearing like I don't think I'm gonna make it today. He's just literally wearing an old Street Fighter shirt that he would have wore anyway for Street Fighter. And he's wearing like a fucking thing that you would wear at a luau, except it's really scrunched up. So it looks like it's very old. So he must have fished it out of his closet because he had nothing else to wear. DSP, how do you do this to yourself, man?
To try to look nice and sexy for you on the stream
How do
today.
you do
now
this?
The problem is, sadly, I'm poverty
Hey,
status.
Detracting
right? So because I'm
Bill Loves
poverty
here.
status streaming,
How come I don't have you?
I couldn't
Oh,
afford
you know,
to
I
get
know
a
why
real piece
you're
of
not a
jewelry,
moderator.
So I just grabbed whatever
It's because
was hanging
this is
around
a
in
new
my
channel.
office here, and I just
I keep
tossed it
forgetting
on.
that.
But at least now my
No,
looks
you're a
must be
moderator now.
improving, and it
You have a
must be
blue
getting up
wrench,
to
which means you have a
standard of
blue
what's
name.
expected of a professional level streamer who would be spoken to by
Professional.
another streamer. Correct.
He didn't shave.
Anyway.
He didn't shave.
The other thing I've been really busy doing.
He didn't shave.
is
He
playing
didn't
Street
wash
Fighter
his
6
hair.
Because Rashid released in
He
Street
looks
Fighter
like a
6
mess.
yesterday. He is the first major DLC character.
Yeah, he's
And
thinking
ladies
he's
and gentlemen,
hilarious right now.
I'm happy to report something.
He's stroking his
that you
penne.
probably didn't expect.
I
did
had a
really
great
well
win
with Rashid.
session
In
with
fact,
Rashid.
as you're going to see as we
Look
go
at
into
this,
the
look at
numbers
this, look
and
at
what
this,
have you,
look at this.
probably my
Pumping,
best
pumping,
first outing with a
and
new
dumping,
character
all on the
ever.
camera.
Like unprecedented
66665
performance, which I was
50
not
big
expecting,
ups.
especially
He
when you're
got that
creating
at
a character.
Mardi Gras.
I didn't know anything really about him. I didn't do any research on him. I was
I
just
want to
trying
think
to
of
basically,
how
like,
he got
learn
that
on
from
the
Mardi
fly.
Gras.
I did pretty
I don't want to
damn
think
good.
about that.
So we're going to
That's
talk all about that
very
today.
disturbing.
There's a little bit of game news to discuss today as
Don't
well.
make me think. I don't
Some
want
of
to
which
think.
pertinent to Street Fighter 6. But some other things going on as well. So a good show for you today.
Good
and
show.
yes, I am going to further respond to the whole
Look at
LTG
this.
situation.
We have less
because it
people
has
viewing
progressed
today
further. So I have more
than
to
we
say.
did
If it didn't
yesterday.
progress
We had
further, I
800
would've
people
ignored
over
it,
there.
But there are
Now it's like a
updates
standard
that we
restream.
will cover. All right. But before we get
Everybody
to that,
knows this is
let's
nonsense.
talk about
Everybody
the Street Fighter
knows
6
he's
stuff,
milking
so
it.
that way we can get that out of the way and focus on the other stuff, shall we? By the way, my goal is to not have a 2-hour stream today. That would be nice. You know, not a 2-hour podcast. So we can actually
thank
get
you.
to Final Fantasy 16, which is our
Be able to
gameplay,
actually step out for
today.
lunch today if he does it on time. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that! Wait a minute, when did he start doing that? Look at this! When did he learn how to mute his microphone when he was going to cough and or clear his throat? Yo, this dude's evolving! All I gotta do is make fun of him enough.
Because the last few days I've had some issues with my throat because of likely allergies. And sometimes my voice cracks and stuff, and it sucks. It's stupid, you know. What can
It
you
sucks,
do?
man.
Can't really help
What are you
it.
gonna do?
Hopefully it heals and gets better. I guess we'll see. Anyway.
ENT, no thank you.
So let's talk. So yesterday, Rashid released in Street Fighter 6.
Oh
okay?
my
First
god.
DLC character.
Look at this.
And
Okay.
as you know,
Chat, one in chat if I should just skip the next 5 minutes. Two in chat if I should listen to the Rashid shit. Because if we skip it, we lose all of our skip juice. We lose everything. Skip. One. Okay. All right, we skipped.
I didn't even
That's it.
really
There's no skip
know
juice. I skipped
the
6
basics
minutes.
of the
That's
game
it.
yet.
We
You
got
know what
nothing.
I mean?
We're
So,
literally
I was
tapped.
getting my ass handed to me because I didn't really get it yet. By the time that now you're looking at characters down here like Luke or Rashid.
We
now
got
I
nothing
have
else.
the basics down pat, and therefore I'm doing overall a lot better when I have those basics done. You see what I mean?
This is why I wanted to
And let's
build
be
up
honest
as
here
much
as well,
skip juice as
unlike with
possible.
Ryu
See, Marked One
and Luke,
knows.
where I got right into
Trolls
diamond, and
lost.
the diamonds were
You
just
know what?
spanking me day
Trolls
one.
did lose.
I got into platinum, and in platinum there's more, kind of moderate level players where I have a chance to learn and not just get trounced constantly. So I got more wins there. So that's number one. But the other reason
Wait,
I
we
think I
gotta
did
listen
so
to
well with
this.
Rashid
I have to commit.
is because he's a
I have
brand
to
new
commit to the
character.
bit.
All right,
We
people had
used
absolutely
all
no
the
idea
power,
what he
man.
was capable of, or how to face him, or how to beat any of his stuff. So they don't know his recovery. They don't know what's safe, what's not. For example, his spinning mixer has very fast recovery, and if you hit it at a certain distance, he immediately has advantage to attack again, and a lot of people don't realize that. So they go for the bait, they go to try to punish it, and then you can immediately hit again or do his OD spinning mixer and a follow-up, so they don't get that. You can bait until
Regional boss in
level
office
3.
today.
So
Wish you
you're
luck.
getting away with stuff
Good luck. You know
today
what? No.
that give it a week or two,
Everybody.
people will
I
have
want
learned
everybody
all
to
the
wish
basics, and they're not
Cenobite
gonna
Mommy
be able to get away with that stuff anymore.
good
You see,
luck
basically you're
with
shut
the
down when you try
regional
to do that
boss
stuff. So I
showing
think
up
that
in the
was a
office
big
today.
factor of it.
Everybody, lend her your
I don't want
strength.
to take any credit away for myself. Yeah,
You
I
need
think I played
to
pretty
make sure she's
solid,
powered
all
up.
right?
She's going to
But
make a good
what I would also
impression.
like to do
She's
is
going to be
criticize the
regional
character a
manager
little
one
bit,
day.
all right?
She's gunning for
Because
that position.
What I'm seeing with Rashid, a couple quick things. Number one, his normal moves don't have a lot of reach. And what I mean by that is, when he's walking up and he's going to try to hit you, if you try to go for low medium kick, that's basically his best normal. His normals are kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, he
like
really
short or
wants people to
stubby.
respect all
His
of these
standing fierce,
W's
his
and shit.
forward roundhouse,
Like,
which, by
the only
way,
reason why
there's a
he does
forward roundhouse
this
that's a
is
flip,
like to
and it
make
looks
him
totally
feel
that'll
like,
flip over low attacks.
you know,
But
he's
then
doing
people
really,
start
really
mashing
great.
low
And it's
jab
not
and
like
it
he's
doesn't even
doing
flip.
bad at the
And
game.
I was like, so
He's
what's the
doing
point of
just
having this
fine.
move
He's
if it gets
doing
interrupted by
better than
mashers anyway? Like,
probably
there's no reason to even have the move in the game. It's really
70% of the
stupid
player
that's in there.
base,
It was
which
very
is
odd.
good. It's something to
But anyway,
expect out of
it doesn't
DSP
seem like
who's
his
played
normals are
fucking
anywhere
fighting
near as
games
good as the
for
top tier.
quite
When I say
literally
top
since
tier,
he
I'm
was
talking about
in the
Kimmy,
Stone Age.
Jury,
But
DJ, Ken. I
in
think that
reality,
those
the
characters
real
from this
reality,
league are
the
still
truth of
gonna
the matter
dominate.
is thus.
Day
Nobody
one,
truly
I was
cares
able to
about
pull
these
off a lot
numbers.
more with Rashid because
He
people
whips
didn't
out the
know what
numbers
he was
like it's
capable
going to
of,
make
what he
his
could do. But if I go back
height
and play with him
change
in a
from
week,
5'11",
probably everyone would have
5'12" to
noticed.
6 feet. But nobody really cares.
Everyone will have
I'm sorry,
noticed
Short
that
Stack.
his normals
You're just
aren't
going to
as
have to
good. They start
remain
punishing everything
down
he
in
does.
the
Seriously, every time
goblin
you go to attack,
zone.
they're gonna stuff it.
You need to
So
wear
that's
some
kind of
platform
annoying.
shoes or
Now, another
something.
thing that really annoyed me, and I started calling it out all the time. When you're doing Rashid's guide in Street Fighter 6, all right, it outright says in the guide that his OD spinning mixer, so spinning mixer is a fireball motion plus punch, and he spins and looks like a tornado. If you do the OD version, which is when you're using two buttons and you use your drive meter,
I wonder if he
the
tells
move is
his wife
completely
that.
invincible.
Like, does he give his
That's
wife
what
the
it
same
says
speech? Yo,
in
can you imagine
the
that?
tutorial,
Okay.
in the guide.
Imagine that.
It's wrong.
He sits Cat down. Cat's like sitting there after like an 8-hour shift at the local Wally World or whatever the fuck she works at, right? So she sits down. She's like, Bill, I'm so tired from work today. I know, right, honey? I'm pretty tired from work too. Did you know that I got like a 70% win rate with Rashid today? And my chat was like through the roof. They were cheering me on. They were like, Phil, we love you, Phil. They spammed the chat, the DSP dab emote 1 and 2. And Kat just kind of looks from the other side of the table as she's eating her like leftover tuna casserole and shit. And he's like doing this, like you see his hand movements going like this, where he's like reaching for the sky. He's like breathing very heavy. He grabs his titties. He's like holding up the ball sack and shit like this. He's doing this, and she doesn't hear it. She's like hearing this right now, where he's kind of mumbling. She has like lo-fi music playing in the background too as it's happening. She tunes it out as best she can. and she just sees this for like the next 20 minutes. She gets her own personal pre-stream at the dinner table, and she just thinks to herself, yeah, I'm kind of committed to this. I got no choice but to listen to this for the next 30 years. Every single time I come home from work, he's going to tell me about his job, and it's not going to be even remotely comparable. Don't think about it too much. You'll get depression.
And quite frankly, there is a problem because he needs a reversal, much like other characters who don't have a true reversal.
And she just listens and agrees. Yeah.
He's gonna have issues. You know, why do Ryu, Ken, Jury,
the chewing
DJ,
noises? Yeah.
Why are they able to get out of the corner? Because they all have true invincible reversals that get them out of those situations on Wake Up. Rashid will not have that. So another character who's going to be locked in the corner, if he's getting rushed down, he can't get out unless he does like a perfect parry or a guess. That's not good.
Rough
I mean,
draft
at least if
dinner.
they try to jump up,
oh man,
or jump over, you could do the anti-air with Fierce Punch. That's better,
lame.
obviously. But
I wonder if
still,
she picked out the necklace.
You think?
Okay. All right.
I think that's gonna
just hear me out for a second. Hear me out. So he has this little necklace thing. I think she must have got the pre-stream treatment, and she got to hear all about the LTG shit, because why wouldn't she? And she was like, honey, you should wear a necklace of your own. She sits there desperately trying to find something, some kind of rope to make sure he can hang it around his neck. It would be his own personal noose moment. But the only thing she can scrounge around and find is an old Mardi Gras style situation type deal. She knows it won't actually, you know, finish the job, but it's able to go around his neck and make it look like he may be suicidal. I mean, sewer-slidal. You know what I mean. Maybe that's why he did this. He was just doing what Kat suggested.
I'll give you my true performance, because what I showed you was rounds. So here's my overall performance with Rashid. Day one.
Here comes the stats.
So first when I started playing with him, I did casual play. In casual play, I had 22 wins and 5 losses. These are matches, okay? Then
it's my Goblin Slayer outfit for today. It's an older outfit.
3-star
I like the Dragon Quest fit that was designed quite some time ago. It just resurrected it again.
Win-loss ratio.
We're on an adventure to slay goblins.
All right, I started at 3-star platinum and I played for about 2.5 hours. I had 44 wins and only 17 losses for a 72% win-loss
Minecraft
ratio,
style accessories,
which pushed me from platinum 2 all the way up to platinum 5 in one day.
I wonder what Cobra's made recently.
Overall, with Rashid,
what do you think he's made? Do you think he's made some cool, fun style
wins,
cooking?
30 losses, 73 win-loss, 73%, excuse me, win-loss ratio.
You think
that is the best win-loss ratio I have with any character in Street Fighter 6.
Some weird
that even trumps my day one performance.
I don't know what's going on here.
Which was only 71%.
No, that's not his. Those are other people. I was about to say he's looking pretty weird. Is he using a filter? Impossible. It can't be him.
Performance I've had in the entirety of the game. Okay.
Oh, he finally tried the sandwich.
Are you gonna keep playing Rashid?
Yo.
Well, I'll keep him in the room.
He finally tried the sandwich.
So I flipped the burger back right side up. Some of that cheese.
If you watch this on, where were we watching this? We were watching it over there, where he was assembling this thing. It was on Twitch, I think. Yeah, we were watching this on Twitch. He finally tried the sandwich almost like a day later. I want to zoom forward. I want to see him take a big honk and bite of this thing. I'm gonna talk about like the trolls and women's rights and stuff or something.
I feel like those are more characters I would more rather focus on and try to
looking heavier. The bugs have a lot of protein in them. It helps them build muscle. Look at that cross section. That's pretty good.
Be snacking good for the.
There is an update, everybody.
Till this is done.
All right.
There is an update here. Last night.
Oh, this is the patch. This is the patch for whatchamacallit. I don't know why anybody's surprised at that being patched out within 24 hours. It's game breaking. It'll literally mess with people's ranks.
Discovered the Rashid update. Okay. So
it tastes better if it was
glitch number 1.
Hotter.
Rashid's level 2
but I let it chill in the fridge because I wasn't feeling very hungry.
Tornado, and basically it blocks this
flavor-wise. I put the burnt side of the bread on the inside of the sandwich.
All right, you can't get through.
Because now the outside looks a little bit prettier on camera.
It hits like 4 or 5 times. Doesn't do damage. But what this tornado does is it changes the properties of Rashid. So now any move
Look at him. It's like he's half dead. He's like a zombified Boglum right now. It doesn't stop him from eating. It's like one of his core objectives. Eat, drink, smoke, lust after women. You know how it goes. Oh, that had a good crunch to it. I wonder if that was the bacon.
It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to go away after 4 or 5 hits.
He's kind of happy right now too. Look at him. He's just having a good time. I wonder how DSP's doing.
Made a new burger.
Wiggling around.
So that was something that they had to
tweaking that recipe that I made.
The worst glitch was actually discovered.
Sensory overload? No, you need to enjoy this. You need to hear the music. You need to hear me, DSP, and the Boglum. I'm able to. You know what? After a certain amount of time. After a certain amount of time, I've developed the ability to just process like maybe 3 or 4 audio sources all happening at once. And I can understand it now. Now, if I hear myself speak, I will completely shut down. If there's any kind of audio feedback on my own, I can hear myself, I shut down completely. But this kind of shit right here, I can understand everything that's going on. DSP's just talking at length about like the patch notes and everything and how it was busted and how it's not busted. Boglum sitting here, he's processing some food. I can hear the lo-fi, everything. It's pretty good.
Barbecue sauce.
You could do 90% damage off of 1 command grab.
Stayed in my
You're
fingertips.
not supposed to be able to break out of the animation and get a free combo on top of the damage you're already dealing.
DSP really has nothing to say. He's like baiting it out.
Rich.
He's waiting for that number to go up.
Sweet.
So they needed to do emergency maintenance.
A little bit of smokiness.
Isn't that just ADHD? Probably.
It tastes a lot better if it was hotter, but
now, if anything else is discovered before Evo, because Evo,
I wasn't in the mood to eat it
if anything else is discovered
when I made it. And people are like, so then why make it? Because I'm going to be hungry later. So when I get hungry later, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. He learned to put it in the fridge to stop the bugs from infesting it, but nobody can dismiss if the bugs do or do not exist in the fridge. Look at that cross-section, Tubes. Look at that. It's got burger, it's got bacon, some like pork egg rolls in there. It's got some barbecue sauce, like 3 types of cheese, and some mayo, I think. He fried some mayo to use for the bread. No, he fried the bread in mayo and crock, topped it with some mayo, and then put some other nonsense in there. Like the 3rd kind of cheese he used, he had to melt it in a bowl, so it was like grease from the cheese and then the cheese. Very good.
There's that cross section.
That's what's up.
I think this was an extenuating circumstance where they absolutely.
You're gonna be sick? Nah, man.
You know, fair for
the flavor on it, it's good.
You just don't understand fine dining.
Just
that's your
enough
problem.
Heat on the sandwich to tingle my
taste
sinuses. The back of my skull right here is starting to heat up just a little bit.
All right, so there you go. So that
okay.
Is everything that
I think he's done.
Street Fighter 6.
I think he's
my
done.
Best run ever with Rashid. Day 1, I like the character. I'm not in love with him, but I think he's good. And I think that if I learn better combos and strategies with him, I'll probably get way better. And you know, overall,
I'd rather spend a night with King Cobra or Cyrax Cobra.
You know,
I actually
like
feel
Zenith,
safer with
like
Cobra somehow.
And it looks like I could hit Diamond probably quickly with
I don't know why.
wanted to.
Cyrax would probably lust after the booty. You never know. Gotta be careful around him. Around Cyrax,
So
never relax.
So that was yesterday. It was a good day overall. I had a good time. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And you know, looking forward to more. So
He's
now
stalled enough now to go to the segment
let's
that
talk about
he
the schedule
promoted.
for the rest of the week, so you guys know what's going on.
Oh, dude!
And let's talk about.
He's fluffing the shit out of this. He is trying to stall the Everling shit out of this.
I want to make sure I clicked the right picture.
Oh, he does not want to talk about this.
Let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week, so you guys know what's going on. We got a couple game news stories to cover quickly. And then I want to get to the LTG thing. I know many of you here, I have over 400 viewers, are here for an update on the LTG situation, which I have a big one. Because
it's pretty big. He's drumming it up. Look at him.
Podcast,
it's going to be a nothing burger. Well, it's going to be like 15 minutes. And he's going to take some Q&As.
So, let's talk about the rest of the week. Today, first stream here,
maybe we
Final
should show
Fantasy
the court
16.
video. I don't want to hear him fucking making fun of that or whatever the hell he's talking about. He literally had to make some dumbass noises. Well, we're waiting for DSP to get to his point. It was like Cyrax and it's like court. I want to see, he had court yesterday. Oh, that was a nice fucking thing. I wanted to just see the video for it. Where somebody was like showing him walking out. He, I don't know if you've ever seen Cyrax in motion, but it's very, it's like, you know, it's something to behold. It's like watching a lost child try to keep up as he's doing like a little shuffle. It's like he's doing half steps. I don't even know how to describe it, but look at him. Kind of, you know, he carries himself very weirdly. He had another court hearing. They told him to stay off the internet, and then he immediately posted up a video today. So that was pretty good. Don't worry. Eventually, he may face some kind of justice. I'm not holding my breath, though. I don't believe in justice. Not for any of this nonsense. If I unmute, is he going to talk about Final Fantasy 16 being good and bad? Maybe.
On the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's a community lobby where we're going to be
all right, he's done with it. Shit, we're flying through this.
Fun gameplay against, you know,
I thought he was going to talk forever.
I'll be using a variety of characters, so this is my opportunity to play with
Ella
guys
must
I
be
usually
weak
don't
as
use.
fuck not to get beaten by that.
Like
I mean, she's an old lady, to be
Reed.
fair.
I'll probably throw in some.
You ever
Lily,
fight a
some
goblin?
some,
Fighting goblins in numbers,
right?
they can
Maybe
be strong.
I'll do a match
By
too
themselves,
of,
though, they can be vicious
Blanca,
if you're not careful.
Only because
They're very
tomorrow I'm playing with
tricksy.
Blanca all day,
Very
the whole
tricksy.
stream, and I want to warm up a little bit, but I won't do too much. I definitely will not do too much Blanca, because obviously Blanca's my best character, and if I'm playing against people who are more casual in the game, they just want to have a game against a streamer, I don't want to be trouncing you. Yeah, I want to give you a chance.
I don't want to be trouncing
when
you.
I played last week,
I want to give you a
bunch,
chance.
and that was fine. I don't care losing to the viewers.
Yeah,
Who gives a
look at
shit?
this.
I don't have a big ego. You know, beat my ass. Who gives
DSP does not have a big ego. Beat his ass, please.
a fuck, right? As long as I'm learning or I'm having fun, then it's all good.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. I'll probably pick some Rashid. You know, I'll do a little bit of
DSP
Rashid.
does not have a big
We'll be a good
ego.
variety. You know, I don't really use Marisa anymore in ranked, so now's the opportunity to maybe use a little bit of Marisa as well, right?
I have never heard such a lie in my life. As he lives and
We'll
breathes.
see how it goes. Anyway, so that's tonight. I'm excited for that. I always enjoy the fan lobby nights, the community nights. So come on by tonight, hang out with us, watch the gameplay, and join in if you have opportunity to. Let's have some matches, okay? Cool. Oh, the Walmart NPC in chat is telling me that I'm looking sexy today. Not sexy, sexy. There you go. Thank you. I tried to look as crispy as possible. I don't know if you do look. The hair.
I don't think I ever want to hear DSP ever say the words crispy as possible. Oh my God. The fucking smudge on the internet talking about how he wants to look crispy. All right.
The hairline.
Yeah.
The jawline. I got my jewelry on the outside of my branded pop culture shirt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look nice and crispy for you. Okay.
He has
so that's
no
today.
idea
Tomorrow, my final
how that can
consecutive
actually
streaming day of
mean.
the week, the first stream.
Yeah,
will
he's
be
definitely hurt.
Blanca's
Absolutely
Road to
hurt.
Master. And what I mean by that,
He
is
got
the
made
entirety
fun
of
of
this
for looking
3+
like an
hour
old
gameplay stream will be
man
ranked
as he
gameplay with
shows up
Blanca,
as an old man
where I'm
on
trying
fucking
to
camera.
level up.
Like, if you really think about it for a second, everybody has dogged him for looking like an absolute garbage pile on stream multiple times, to the point in which he started wearing these fucking actual shirts, and he started wearing like these sunglasses and shit to make him look better. Like, that's factually what's happened within the last within the last 2 weeks. And now that that's happened, then he gets made fun of for looking like a gross ass piece of shit, because he does look like a gross ass piece of shit half the time he comes into his streams. Then all of a sudden he feels like he's taken aback and he's taking it personally. Well, you know what? People have been telling you that for years. And what changed? A guy with a peanut butter complexion made fun of you? And then you had to make some weird, like, vaguely veiled accusation of not wanting to be a slave, an indentured servant, if you will. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't want to smear chunky peanut butter on my face, but I don't think I would call a black man an indentured servant. It's like almost saying that they're on the plantation, and that's pretty bad if you word it incorrectly.
Dead for support. I would hope that if you were really enjoying this anniversary run playthrough, that you would support it in some way. You know, I don't want to have it that every time I play GTA, we're all having a ball. Somehow it's like my slowest streams, and now I got to worry about the rest of the week. You know, I hope not. So if you could support it, please do. Thanks to those who have. All right.
Low support.
Okay, I'm off on Thursday.
All right. Yeah.
When I come back on Friday, we're doing stuff a little different.
I like how he shuts down when he does that little thing where he either snorts or he like has to throat clear. He does this thing, and he like does this, and he shuts down for like a whole second. It's like when Cobra does this thing where he kind of stops mid sentence. And it's kind of like fail to write to bog disk. It's kind of like DSP when he does a snort and his brain just literally like locks up.
When I come back on Friday, we're doing stuff a little different. All right, listen up. We're not doing Street Fighter Friday.
Whoa.
There's good reason. All right, that we're not doing Street Fighter all day Friday.
It's
the first stream on Friday will be Final Fantasy 16. The late stream will be Friday Night Fights.
Yeah.
So there will be Final Fantasy on Friday, and then Friday night will be Street Fighter 6.
He really wants it out of the
Street Fighter all
rotation.
day long on Friday because we're trying to finish Final Fantasy 16, and if we don't make a
solid
solid push to do it, we're never going to finish it and move on to better stuff that people want. In addition, we have a special event on Saturday, so that event's taking a stream day. So
okay,
I need
I'm
to
gonna
do Final
believe
Fantasy
peace.
on Friday,
I'm not gonna
play
quote it
until like Monday or Tuesday, in which case we're making no progress with the game. So absolutely, I have to do that.
Too.
Okay. So Friday, it'll be Final Fantasy first stream, and we'll have a ranked session.
How much of this can I figure out? How much of this can I glean if I look at his like community section?
I'm leaning towards either Zangief or Lily.
Oh, he could have just showed this picture, and it would have saved us all time.
I'd love to get one of them into Diamond. All right, so let's
literally
see
would have saved us all time.
And we'll have a nice late night Friday night fights of Street Fighter on Friday. Okay, Saturday is my special event. It is the long form React, the Dark Side of Machinima event. All day long, this will be running on my React channel.
Don't even ask me for it. I'm gonna have fun
Let's try that
doing
again.
anything else.
All day long, this will be running on my React channel. DSP Reacts. It's my sister channel. At DSP Reacts is how you find that on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out yet.
He loves to whore out his sister.
So what are we doing during Saturday?
Check out my sister over here. You could check out her page right over here. Love the sister of mine. You love the content she's putting out. Should sub to my sister.
Apparently it's really well done. I'm excited to watch and react to it. But in addition to that, I was one of the longest running partners of Machinima. 6.5 years.
Pretty sure I said you can kiss the fattest part of my ass.
To be partnered with Curse for a bit, and then I went independent. Okay. So the good news about this is, I have a crazy amount of knowledge and information, and I have receipts. I saved all my freaking emails with this company, or most of them at least. So I have all the correspondence that I ever had with this company.
Like, let's be fair for a second. This dude is not going to show anything significant whatsoever. The things that people want to see is DSP's communications with Machinima telling him, quote, delete all of the pre-streams that have the stolen art in them. Because he's never going to show that. Because he's changed the story so many times to say, oh, it was actually YouTube who told me that. But YouTube probably would have sent that in the correspondence and he would have had that, but he didn't save that. So either it was sent by YouTube and he never saved it, or it was sent by Machinima and he never saved it. And he's going to tell you he didn't save it and he doesn't have it and he can't show you it, and you have to just trust and believe that this is correct. I don't care what email he even attempts to show. There's nothing that he could show. He could show like how much his contract was. And I just don't even care, because we already know that he made a lot of money back in the day and he makes less money today because we watched him spend a whole bunch of money on absolute trash, and he still does it today anyway, but just in a way in which you can't really tell. Also, Jasper has a little bow thing on him today, so that's pretty exciting.
But yeah, so that's going to be all day Saturday. Special React long form event. I haven't done a long form React event in like 3 or 4 months.
And we're playing Peach Beach Splash on fucking Saturday. I'm not going to be doing fucking any kind of nonsense with this fucking Machinima shit.
Okay. Sunday,
Machinima shit can literally go to hell. I'm going to relax and be ready for Evo. I want to fucking deal with this little dipshit.
GTA 5. We're going to do GTA 5 late night. Or hold on. I think we're actually going to do community night on Sunday. Street Fighter community night. Yeah, I think we are. All right, and then Monday will be Street Fighter 6 on the day stream, and the night stream will be GTA. That's right.
Your crispy
then Tuesday will be more
Jasper.
Final Fantasy.
Oh man.
Paired with I don't even know. I might do Street Fighter, or I might actually do more. I might do 3
Blood,
nights of GTA.
I am not watching.
I might actually do GTA.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm going to
of
be
this coming week,
enjoying
like 3
playing
nights of
fucking
GTA.
Peach Beach
That might make
Splash with
sense.
Shybot on Saturday. I'm going to
That might make a
enjoy
lot of sense, actually.
watching barely
Okay, so
clothed
that's what we'll
ladies
do.
running
Saturday,
around
I'll
with
get some
squirt
machinima
guns,
event.
shooting
Sunday
each
is
other
my
in the
Chris React
chest
show,
until
and
they get
Street
like
Fighter
partially
6.
stripped,
Monday,
and then we
Street
have
Fighter
like
6
God
and
rays
GTA.
preventing us from
Tuesday,
seeing
Final
anything
Fantasy
at all.
16 and GTA.
I would rather
Wednesday,
enjoy
Street
that
Fighter and GTA.
than whatever the fuck DSP is doing
There you
on a
go.
Saturday.
That's a lot of
Period.
GTA, 3 nonstop
I don't
nights
know
of
why you would
GTA
deny
coming
me
up next
this.
week.
Don't deny me my
That way we get good
entertainment.
progress.
Literally, it's my entertainment. I don't want anything else.
Okay, cool. Now, one other final thing, just to remind you guys. Next month, August, is going to be a very special month. During that month, I'm going to be
The
covering
DSP has boobs too.
a lot of
Yeah, but I don't wanna
anniversary
see
style
that.
content to celebrate my 15 years.
You saw
as a
when he had
YouTuber.
to do that
All right?
gut check?
We're going to be doing a
The thing that I said he was
gonna
do, and he ended up doing
your
it.
favorite moments from over 15 years for
Yeah,
me to watch back
me
and react
too.
to live.
Me
We're going
too.
to have a Project 7 event where we're going to rewatch Project
Don't
7
worry,
together.
Rydrake says he's going to do
There's
the
gonna be new
react.
decorations behind me to
Rydrake
celebrate my anniversary
says,
as well.
you know what? Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
a fun and
Rydrake has already announced. He is pre-announcing. I'm actually spoiling it for everybody here. Rydrake has said, and I quote, "I am Rydrake 331, and I am going to cover all of DSP's React style content on Saturday coming up for the machinima nonsense." And then he threw up his hands in the air and he went, "Yay!" And then everybody clapped. That's what happened, and I'm sticking to it.
reported that Silent Hill 2's remake, which is being made by Bloober Team, okay, will be 100%.
See, Dwight
bigger than
confirms.
the
Dwight
original
confirms.
game.
Look at that.
They're
Dwight
doubling
confirms.
the
Dwight
size of the
confirms.
game, adding in new content, expanding upon the size of the content of the original game. This is not a one-to-one direct.
And then he
upgrade
ate
with
a
just graphical
glizzy. Yeah,
upgrades
and then
and
he ate a
visuals.
glizzy.
It's actually going to be a whole new game. They're remaking it
Oh
from the
my
ground up.
god. Can I skip this? Do I
Just
have any
like,
skip juice? I
They've
don't.
been doing
I literally
Capcom
don't.
with the Resident Evil games.
I have like
That sounds
20
good to
seconds
me.
if he does
Seriously,
a bit.
that sounds really, really good. Because if they're remaking the game, I don't want to replay the same Silent Hill 2 again. So I'm excited that this is what they're working on. But yeah, hey, why not make it a more complete game? Why not add in more side stories? Why not
Exactly.
add in more
Way to be a
more
team player, right?
spookiness or,
You,
know, I don't
you
know,
did
not
it.
necessarily I would like
Took
to
one
add
for
in
the-
new
right.
bosses and stuff, but to
Dude,
expand
look
upon
at
the
this
world
dude.
and make
Look
it
at
a
how
little
he's
more
a
creepy or
fiend.
whatever,
He's
I
a
feel like that would
fiend
be
for
really awesome.
attention. He's a fiend for attention. He literally goes in my
Anyway,
Twitch
that's
chat.
coming. That's
He
going
literally
on.
went
One
in
other
my
thing.
Twitch chat
There's an
and
update
talked.
about the Ubisoft situation.
Look at this
If you were
dude.
watching my podcast a couple days ago, you know
What a
there's news
fiend.
story where basically
What a
what's happening
goblin.
is Ubisoft is contacting people saying, hey, if you didn't log into your Ubisoft account in the last several years, you have to do so within 30 days. If you don't, we're deleting your account and deleting your access to any of the games that you have associated with
I'm
the account.
so. I want him to get to the segment that
So
I
let's
don't
say
care about.
You owned a digital version of an Assassin's Creed game tied to an Ubisoft account, right? But you haven't logged into your Ubisoft account for like 3-4 years. For whatever reason. You haven't played an Ubisoft game.
Oh my god.
In 30 days,
It's
they're gonna
Sarah.
unlock the game.
Sarah is also in my chat in Twitch saying,
and at first people thought that
ban
was an
Rydrake.
exaggeration, but then they actually contacted Ubisoft support.
You know
and
what?
Ubisoft support confirmed it. He said, no,
That
that's
is a
true.
good segue to show off that I have new
Follow up
emotes
even
on
further.
Twitch.
All right.
Because most people don't care about this Ubisoft news. Like, it's literally him reading a fucking Twitter article that probably is from Game Informer or somebody else, maybe like Niche Gamer or something like that. He's just reading this verbatim. All you got to know is the Ubisoft team were like, yeah, we're going to put in an update. And if your account is like inactive, you're not going to have access to your games. And then maybe possibly one day they'll get deleted and you'll have to rebuy everything again. Sounds good. Sounds great. Literally, that's the story. There you go. There you fucking go. But this is a great segue in which I can promote the dumb emotes. They have been finalized on Twitch. We have added them and now you can have access to them whenever you need. We have emotes such as the bonk emote. Yes, we can now use the bonk emote whenever we want to threaten to ban Rydrake. At any point, I can pick up the chat and then bonk him, and he will never be able to chat ever again. It's pretty good, all right? We also have other shit as well. We have our cozy, which we have comfy. Our gasm. We have an animated, noted style type GIF. That's pretty good. I actually did not ask for this, but the guy provided that because I actually had him do a regular one, and he ended up making it animated. So that was pretty cool. We got our hugging emote, squeezing a banana-like object. I don't know what the hell this means, but it's pretty good. We have our window licking, the non-animated noted stinky emote specifically made for Rydrake. We got a smug, and we have 2 variants of the Wicked. Yes! Also in green. We love the green shaded one, but we stuck with flesh colored. It's pretty good. Okay, do you think he's done talking about whatever he's talking about?
Is wrong. They're not going to delete any accounts which have purchased games attached to them.
Yeah, okay.
So let me get this straight.
All right.
For weeks, they basically have been saying,
free labor.
Accounts, we're closing your account.
My ass. I fucking paid for those.
All your games.
Let me tell you something. You think I just say, hey, somebody make me a free emote? No, you know what I end up doing? I end up commissioning people for emotes and for art. I may or may not have asked for Darksea to do an art piece. I'm waiting for him to add a commission, by the way. I know you're listening. Add a commission thing so that way I can pay you. I need to pay you in advance because I'm feeling bad. You're doing the work right now. If not, I'm going to do the coffee link, whatever is like going to give you the most of your cut. And that way I can pay you. But I've already commissioned a piece of art. It's already looking pretty robust too. Pretty flavorful, if you will.
The good news was the point that they had picked was more than halfway through the game, so anyone had months to play through this and not really worry about it. And I was playing at a slower pace, so it wasn't going to affect me. So, Ubisoft,
wait, so I can now pay you now, right? I can pay you now.
America or Atlas USA, whatever it's called. All they did is they translated the criteria from Japan into English.
Feels bad, man. Hopefully you don't have to toad that far.
You know, on social media. So I'm playing through the game. I'm literally doing exactly what they've said. In fact, I'm far behind.
Is it crispy
where they
though?
Said you can stop.
I like it a lot.
I'm behind all of that nonsense. I'm not
I
even
like
close
it
to
a
being near
lot.
it yet.
Let me
so
open
I'm
up
clear, right?
fucking Twitter.
I start getting copyright strikes.
I mean X. You gotta
what
open
the fuck?
up X.
For what? For just basic gameplay. Basic gameplay. I'm getting copyright strikes. So I contact Atlas USA, and I say, like, what are you doing? Why am I getting these strikes? To which they respond, that's Atlas Japan, and apparently they don't know what they're doing. So they're striking you, and yes, these are erroneous. They never should have done that. We wish we had control over it. We don't, because they're just another part of our same company, and we don't basically talk with them. But we'll work to get those strikes resolved for you. So it sounds exactly the same as what's going on with Ubisoft. One hand doesn't talk to the other.
Okay, yes.
They're each saying two different stories, and who knows who the fuck is right and who's wrong, but it's the same company. You want to talk about running a company ass fucking backwards? There's an example. Atlas doesn't know how to run their fucking company, and neither does Ubisoft. They just say one thing, do another. How does anyone know how to do anything? You're a bunch of fucking idiots, right? So now no one knows what's going to happen. Will games be deleted? Will they not be deleted? Do you need to log in? You know, who knows? It's stupidity. It's confusion. It's dumb. It shouldn't be like that. It's absolutely preposterously stupid. Okay? All right. So, that is game news, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me now to get to the topic many of you are here for. Low tier God. Okay?
All right.
Give you a very brief summary of where we
this is the thing that you guys wanted to hear.
2 days ago, I stumbled upon a Low Tier God video
here it is.
on YouTube.
Hopefully you're ready for this.
From his stream. It was the first time I had ever watched anything like that. After watching the hour, I had some questions. Now, I didn't necessarily slam the guy or say anything too wild or inflammatory at all. In fact, I agreed with most of his opinions on Street Fighter 6 that he said in the video. But I had some very factual questions that I was interested in having answers to. For example, why does he quit to dashboard in the middle of fighting the game if he's getting hit by a super? I don't understand that because it doesn't do anything. It's like he's not rage quitting. It doesn't affect the match. I don't get it. Why does he block every player? Even if he beats them, he blocks players and blacklists them. I don't understand that. Why is his stream layout so cluttered? I don't like it. I think it's ugly. Why does he find benefit in having a stream chat that literally just sits there and makes fun of him when he's playing the game, but he doesn't seem to realize?
All right, Darksea, I sent you a thing.
does he have
Hopefully that's
over
able to
2,000
cover the
viewers
thing that
every
I'm
time he
having
plays
you
this game
name.
on Twitch supposedly, but no one was contributing during his live streams. At least for the hour I saw, there was like no contributions. So like, what's the point of having 2,000 viewers if everyone is there supposedly just to make fun of you?
Wait, you already
It's kind of a
completed
sad
it?
Situation.
Wait.
So these were not me trying to
Oh,
slam
no.
the guy. I understand. This was like
That's great.
hunting. All right. I was just curious about answers, legit answers to the questions. Right. I wasn't trying to insult him at all. I was just kind of fascinated by what I observed, and I just was looking for some answers. So I talked about it on my podcast 2 days ago. Okay.
Very
And
factual.
fair enough, even my haters who like clip shit out of my podcast or whatever didn't really negatively spin it in a way that was unfair. They kind of said, here's what Phil said. It's kind of, you know, tame, you know, curious what'll happen, right? But what's funny about it is, it seems like everyone kind of knew how LTG was going to react, despite the fact that I didn't insult him. I said nothing negative about the guy. They apparently knew how he is, okay? So, a night and a half ago, on his late night stream, LTG starts exploding and insulting me like a crazy assault of insults about my personal appearance, okay, my voice, how it sounds, the quality of my stream visually. He insulted my camera, he insulted my background, right? Then he very oddly, in a very weird way, brought up the fact that I turned down a podcast for Keemstar for $50,000. He mentions it like 6 times in his unhinged 10-minute rant about me. And it's so bizarre because it has absolutely nothing to do with the topic at hand, but he keeps mentioning it, okay? He says things that I need to work on my sexy. Yes, he actually says another man should work on his sexy on his stream. This is what he's saying. I'm not putting words in his mouth. He literally said that, okay? If you want to see the whole thing, check it out. I literally did a live react to it yesterday on this very show. That was the majority of the podcast yesterday.
Bring
Okay,
your finest
so
paper
after
plates, 'cause
live
it's all
reacting to it,
downhill
I
from
was
here.
pretty confused. I was like, so let me get this straight. He never watched my podcast. He doesn't even know what I said about his stream. He literally took it upon himself that just because he heard
Kind of
DSP
just letting
said
him,
something about LTG,
letting him fester
that
right
he would
now.
go on a 10-minute insult-laden rant against me for no fucking good reason at all, and think that that was okay. That I was going to be happy about that. That I was just going to accept it, and I was just supposed to lay back and take it because he can do whatever he wants, right? So after reacting to that yesterday and telling a lot of very telling things, I think, about him, I think he needs to see a psychiatrist, quite frankly, with some of the stuff he was saying there. Basically, I laid it down. I said, listen,
Laid down
I don't
the
know
law.
what he thinks because he says there's some narrative. Someone's pushing a narrative, supposedly. I don't know what this narrative is, all right? For some reason, he thinks I'm clout chasing him. I'm not clout chasing the man.
What do you think this is right here? And when you did it yesterday and you were hoping people were going to stick around and you even fucking did the review of this video in the first place. And when you sent him DMs about wanting to do like fucking matches and shit. What is any of that? That's literally him clout chasing. He wanted to have like him and LTG do a set, and then he bragged about how he would be bigger than Evo. All of this is just blatant clout chasing, and he's just sitting here. It's like, yeah, man, but I'm not really clout chasing or anything. It's like, bro, come on, man, just drop the act. Legit, just drop the act.
I literally watched an hour video about his content. I had just questions about it that were very tame questions. I don't know where the clout chasing was.
See this.
I had already established the fact that this guy was probably never going to want to do any kind of
I love
matches or
it.
anything against me. This is all
Very
established.
nice.
So where he seems
Very
like he has
robust.
this weird like
Love it.
complex in his head about me that he can't get over. And so you're pushing a narrative. What narrative? There's no narrative at all. You made up the narrative in your fucking head, or other people are bullshitting you, telling you there's a narrative when there's no narrative. I don't even know what because again, he never actually explains it. He just keeps saying that over and over, right?
Yeah,
It's very
anybody with a
Okay,
functioning
so,
brain can see the grift
anyway,
right now. It's way too
After
obvious.
having reacted to all that yesterday, I laid down the law. I said, it's this simple. You're going to fucking talk about me for 10, 15 minutes. You're going to insult me constantly. All stuff that literally has nothing to do with anything I said about you. That's fucked up. So, the only content that we could ever do together that would be beneficial would be to do a grudge match of Street Fighter 6. And I think that we should do it because I think that it's going to be something that our fans want to see, our viewers want to see. I say fans and viewers because they're kind of different. Sometimes you have a fan base, but you also have a hater base,
Look at
right?
him.
Like I think
Look at
our
him. He's trying to
haters
explain.
would equally like to see us face
He's
off
trying to
with Street Fighter 6 as
explain.
much as our fans, and it would be hype, and everyone would want to see it, right?
He's literally being a fucking hype goblin right now.
Let's get this so hype. Let's do it during Evo. While Evo is going on and they're doing their qualifying rounds of bullshit,
Who is this not
instead of
clout
watching
chasing?
the paint dry, people could jump over to our streams and watch us fight. And people would be hyped. I said, how much you want to bet if we did this during Evo?
How is this not
people
clout
at fucking
chasing?
Evo would say, fuck Evo. I'm going to watch this shit on my phone right now. Everyone's going to be sitting there watching it on their phones because they want to see it because it's so hype, right?
He wants to manufacture so much drama and nonsense. He wants so badly for there to be this match. And keep in mind, this all comes down to DSP one morning decide to announce, I watched a troll video of LTG getting his ass beat, was wondering why he wasn't making a whole bunch of money, and then agreed with him 15 minutes later after I said he has a whole bunch of viewers and he doesn't really have a whole bunch of money and I hate his fucking layout. Oh yeah, he was also playing Street Fighter and somehow or another he's ranked lower than me. He did all of this unprompted. Nobody sent him this video. He found it himself. After all of that, he's like, yeah, I want to fucking manufacture some drama nonsense 2 days in a row so that way we can maybe do a thing that'll give us more views and more exposure than in the entirety of Evo. This is so lame. This is actually fucking lame how he's trying to do this and he's trying to pretend nobody can see through him.
So I made this proposition. Let's do it. And
DSP proposition to black man.
You know, during his 10-minute unhinged rant, he basically said, well, the only way I would ever do anything with Darkside Phil is if I got paid $5,000. So I even said this, get that from your viewers.
Instead of DSP paying the fucking cost to do a set, instead of DSP paying his way into this nonsense, he's saying, please everybody, do it for free. Get the money from everybody else. Provide the money from everybody else giving him that money so that way this can happen and it can benefit me. I want everything for free. I don't want to have to pay my way into anything. Can't pay for his webcam, can't pay for a capture card, can't pay for his emotes. Sure as shit not gonna pay his way into a fucking match with LTG.
Because you have supportive viewers. Are you not aware of that? I mean, the guy has 3,000 paid subs on Twitch. He's
how many are you
making
rocking?
bank every month on
How
Twitch
many are
just
you
by
rocking?
streaming. So if that's the case, I'm pretty sure your viewers would love to see you do a grudge match and they would support it.
Look
if they
at
like you
this.
so much, why wouldn't they support you?
Look
so
at
let
this.
them support you.
If they like you so much, why wouldn't they support you? As he sits there and he stares at chat and wonders why the fuck he didn't get any support last night or the night before that or the night before that or the night before that or the night before that. He sits there and he stares and he really, really, really wonders why the grass is greener on the other side of that fence as he literally lusts after another man with more subs than him.
Let them give you $5,000 to do this grudge match. And let's fucking trump Evo. Seriously, let's just trump that shit. Let's actually get more attendance and more interest on our stream than the Evo
Look at
stream.
this nonsense.
Right? So...
Sip, delicious.
You better take a sip.
That's where we left it yesterday. And I even said, I'm done talking about it now, unless there's more developments.
I'm done talking about this. And then he adds that little, unless there's more developments. He literally said, I was done talking about this. The ball is in his court. That's how he actually said it yesterday. And now that the ball was in his court, we don't even know what the response was. DSP is going to tell us what the response was because it warrants a whole segment during his stream, an actual segment.
I'm not going to be talking about this topic again because there's no point. If he just ignores it and I ignore it, then it's dead. But, you know, unless
what a
there's
midlife
developments,
crisis.
I'll talk about them.
An actual midlife
there's
crisis.
Developments, okay?
All right, here we
there's
go.
Actually,
how did DSP
two
develop out of this one?
That have happened, okay? So let's talk about those developments this morning. Development number one. I was contacted by someone, and I am fascinated by the information that was presented to me. Now, keep in mind, this is just information that was presented to me. I really don't have any way to vet or confirm this information. All right?
Yeah, because there wasn't a clip for him to look at.
From someone, and I'm going to read it word for word. I'm not even going to spin it in a way. I'm literally going to read the email word for word for you guys. You ready? Why LTG is bitter about the 50K.
Hey, remember when DSP was talking about how LTG didn't look at his shit and took him out of context? DSP is now going to use a third-party piece of information, not look at the thing that was said on his actual stream, and he's now going to use that as factual evidence to now disprove whatever the fuck LTG did. The same thing he was right now crowing and clawing and like being mad at LTG for not doing about his shit. He is literally going to do the shit that he really hated right now to LTG. This is pretty cool. Very, very cool, DSP.
Wings was once asked if LTG should replace you on the podcast. Wings stated that he suggested being a good replacement, but Keemstar rejected it, saying LTG.
No, this is correct. This was public information before.
Word for word.
This was like shit that was floating around on Twitter for a while. It was instead of DSP, just get LTG. And I think Keemstar wasn't interested in it, but he's going to take that as a point of evidence to say the reason why LTG is mad is because he was rejected the ability to go on the LolCow podcast, the thing that DSP didn't want to be a part of, but then also claimed that he would have been able to use that 50,000 if he was actually a part of it when he was sitting discussing at the table with his wife during like a fucking lunch thing, just randomly out of nowhere in the middle of the fucking interview. So I don't know, believe whatever you want to believe.
From the email that I received. So for background of this, because if you're wondering what is this podcast, why the hell is LTG talking about a $50,000 podcast?
Keemstar, back at it again.
Apparently last year,
here it comes.
Keemstar wanted to do a podcast with me, Boogie, and Wings of
Apparently,
Redemption.
Keemstar was part of the equation. I don't know, man.
He was going to pay us each $50,000 to do it, and then we were going to own a portion of the podcast, so if it became profitable, we were going to make money ongoing from this. However, Keemstar failed to be professional, failed to contact me in any kind of a human way. Because
a human way? He failed to contact me in a human way. What is an alien way that he did it? Did he like communicate with you with like beam down signals from outer space? Did he send little aliens down and like fucking use a translator to tell you in like whatever fucking language that you fucking talk in and say, hey, DSP, would you like to do a podcast? No, he tried calling you. He literally tried calling you and when you asked him to, and he also tried asking you through Twitter. Apparently that's not human. That's actually inhuman and very alien.
He's a fucking idiot. He thinks that everything revolves around him. So my whole life schedule and my business and everything should be dropped.
Multi-millionaire,
this man,
literal multi-millionaire, asking DSP if you want to do business. DSP, no man, my world doesn't revolve around you. No, it doesn't. But the guy's more successful than you, and he's asking you for a business proposition. Maybe you should make time for him. That's kind of how it works in this world, right?
Who I really want no association with whatsoever. I think he's a fucking clown. He's a degenerate.
Holy
I hate
shit.
the content he puts out.
Yeah, he's the only one confused about this 50,000.
So basically, it never happened, okay? So, then what happened was Keemstar wouldn't let it go. He kept talking about it publicly. He lied. Earlier this year, he lied, saying that I still have a chance to be on the show. I was like, dude, I don't want to be on your fucking show. I've said it a million times.
Oh, I gotta stop pausing. But how did Keemstar lie? He said that you still had a chance? No, he said specifically, I don't want to work with this guy. Like, the door is kind of open, but really and realistically, I don't want to work with this guy. Who would? Literally, who would?
Doesn't matter how many times you say it. Then he lied and said things like he was going to get someone else to do it. Guess what? Guess what, guys? It's July 2023. There's still no podcast.
Guess what, guys? Guess what? You remember when DSP said he was going to put together a podcast? There's still no podcast. Guess what, guys? Guess what? A year and a half later, after he fished out his shit from his fucking closet, he still hasn't uploaded all of his old videos. All of his old archived shit.
This is not an update. It is a random email from a random regard saying something everyone already knows about.
Exactly.
This is made up simply to talk more about this because today is Final Fantasy 16 and he knows has not getting money there.
Exactly. This is all due to the fact that nobody gives a shit about Final Fantasy 16. He needs to drum up some kind of support because this shit does like nothing in terms of numbers. And right now his biggest draw is to take something that was public knowledge for months and then make it as like it's a talking point. Bro, if this is the only thing he has to update, he's literally trolled everybody.
Okay?
100%.
So if anything, with this show is that he had an
trolled
idea.
everybody.
Without me, the idea won't work. And so it's never going to happen. okay? If it does happen, great. More power to them. I told them, do the pod. Why is it months and months later and the podcast still didn't happen? Because they needed me for it.
Yeah, it's
all right?
2023 in July, and we're still whining about Keemstar. That's actually the way you should look at it. Okay.
So, anyway, what ended up happening was for a short period of time, Keemstar was talking online saying, who do you guys think should be the replacement for DSP on the podcast? And a lot of names came up, like Review Tech USA and stuff, and I guess LTG was one. And from what I'm being told here, you know, Wings was basically sold that LTG would work, and he talked to Keemstar, and Keemstar said, no, LTG would not work for this show.
Yeah,
right?
He wouldn't.
So
he doesn't mesh with you guys.
Is LTG angry about the 50K? Because he didn't get it.
Yeah, by that same logic, Boogie's angry at you, and so is Wings, because they didn't get it either. What's the point? And so what? What's the point? What is your point, DSP? He still thinks you're a greasy ass motherfucker because you didn't understand that was a business proposition and you didn't take it. And you're gonna sit there and ask for free to have some clout from LTG to make a stupid ass event that would be quote unquote bigger than Evo for free. And he's supposed to agree to it. Why? When you weren't willing to agree to something of a 50K sign-on bonus to do literally nothing? Bro, you gotta be out of your fucking mind.
He didn't get offered it, right? So he's mad. He's mad salty because he wanted that bag. He wanted that payday.
Yeah.
And he's
Wings is still a DSP
cuck
through and through.
No one wants him on the
Absolutely.
podcast. You know? Again, if you're looking at value added and whatever, people are looking at it and saying that wouldn't add the value to the podcast.
Yeah, because the value to the podcast is to have 3 people who have stunted mental growth in the way of which how the outside works and have them talk about real life things, issues, and trolls. LTG, as much as you can hate on the guy, at least can experience the outside world. Boogie is probably on top of both of those two for Wings and fucking DSP, because at least he knows how to go outside every once in a while. Wings is a complete shut-in that's ready to collapse the floor that he's currently sitting in his little modular mansion, and DSP is a fucking hermit that lives upstairs and shouts so loud that he has to close the door unless his fucking wife and his cat hear him screaming. Bro. And this dude right here is wondering why LTG, the guy who literally goes out, works out, and has a life outside of streaming, whether or not it's a really good life or not, you can make those arguments all the way home, but you gotta say it, you gotta admit it. LTG has a better outside of streaming life than DSP and Wings combined. Fact. There's nothing on earth these two can add. You'd have them talk about politics, maybe they can be all in the same boat. But DSP has wishy-washy opinions of everything. So does Wings. Exactly, LTG was on a fucking TV show. And he's been on a podcast multiple times. I don't want to hear this shit coming from this dude who was too lazy to quite literally send a DM. Because he wanted this all, he wants it all via email. He wants it all his certain way. This, that, and the third. This is the same shit that happened when people were trying to convince him that he needs to go ahead and lease out his old property that he had back in Connecticut. Oh, DSP, you own that property. Why don't you just go ahead and rent it out? Why don't you make some money instead of just owing all that money on that land or on that property? And I can't do that. They're gonna have to email me. You know what? They tried to give me a phone call. Well, why do I want to give them a fucking phone call? These people who want to fucking rent out my space, they need to send me an email. That's literally the reason why he couldn't fucking do anything with his Connecticut property. If anybody remembers that argument, DSP was mad that people who were trying to set up a way in which they could rent out the Connecticut property wanted him to give them a call. And he did not want to do that. He wanted it done via email. It's a fucking old story, but that's actually the reason why he couldn't have anybody renting that property. He didn't want to deal with people.
You know what I mean? There's nothing.
You know what I mean?
Is there an association between me and LTG? Well, we're both fighting game players. I'm a washed up one, right? He's kind of like, he was at one point kind of competitive. He's not anymore, right? But now he's prominent online. I used to be in the tournament scene. I'm not anymore. I'm washed up. But at least we have association. You understand? Like we do. We have the fighting game thing is our association, right?
You're both lol cows.
What relation does LTG have to Wings of Redemption or Boogie? Zero.
Lol cows.
Like literally zero.
Lol cows.
You wouldn't be able to relate. That show wouldn't work. I agree.
Just say he's black, DSP. Just say he's black and move on. I give you more respect if you just said that.
Like,
just say the peanut butter complexion.
I don't know, peanut butter with olive oil or something. It's like, yuck. It's going to be a
Okay, he actually said peanut butter. Never mind.
messy. It's not going to mix.
Never
It's going
mind.
to be disgusting, right? You don't want that. So, I get it.
Never mind.
But I think he's pissed. I think he's actually pissed off because he wanted that money.
I
so
hate
he's
this.
holding it against
I legit
me
hate this.
that I didn't take the money, but then he couldn't take the spot that I didn't take. Right? He's mad about that. Why are you mad at me?
Why do you want free shit from LTG? Why do you want free shit from him? Move on. He doesn't want to work with you. You clearly want to work with him only so that way you can get some level of fucking clout. Whether or not you want to admit it or not, you're literally asking for him to give you attention. He doesn't want to give you anything. Go your separate ways. You tried this before back during Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition. He didn't want to play with you because you were so fucking hung up over the fact that you wanted to play your broken ass Street Fighter 2. Just knock it the fuck off and leave. Just drop it.
Why are you projecting that onto me? Be mad at yourself that no one wants you on the show. Not me. I'm not the reason you're not on the show. How about this? Wings, Boogie, Keemstar, put LTG on the podcast. Make the podcast together. Give the man $50,000.
Look at him.
And allow him to be on the show.
Look at him. I don't want to pay for a spot where I could fight LTG for some clout. You know what? LTG needs some money. You know what, Keemstar? Go ahead and spend your money on making this podcast with LTG. He's literally fine with spending other people's money, but heaven forbid he has to spend any of his own time and money. He is so quick to spend other people's money and dictate how they should do things, but the moment he's told, no, you should do it this way, nah, man, I don't want to do it that way. Fuck it. That's going to require my time, resources? Nah, man, that's my shit. You got to spend your own shit, man.
Do it.
Do it.
There.
I command you.
I want it. Give you the blessing. Take the money.
I give you the blessing.
Project it on me.
I give you the blessing.
Why are you mad at me?
I give you the blessing. This dude, he legit thinks the only reason why this doesn't happen is because DSP said so. What?
LTG on the podcast. Make the podcast together. Give the man $50,000 and allow him to be on the show. Do it. There. I want it. Give you the blessing. Take the money. But don't fucking project it on me. I have nothing to do with that. Why are you mad at me? Why are you salty at me?
Holy
because
shit.
I turned it down because I want nothing to do with Keemstar.
I cannot believe this.
That's fucking stupid.
I cannot. This is
dumb.
so...
No, I'm not dumb because I don't want to be roped into something for the rest of my fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
You're already roped into streaming for the rest of your fucking life, you idiot. As you sit there with a rope around your neck.
I don't want to be roped into something forever. I don't. So, forget that shit. I have the ability to pass up on an offer. So do you, right? You're apparently passing up on any offers about doing stuff with me. So I have the ability to pass up on an offer for Keemstar. There's no criticism there. You have no right to criticize me for saying that I don't want to do something I didn't want to do. And you have no right to project that on me because you're salty because you want the money. Okay? Now.
Wow.
In addition to that, there's another big follow-up, ladies and
gentlemen.
All
right, let's hear it.
This is really the reason why I'm talking about this.
All right, here
not
it comes.
The email, because the email is just speculation.
It's the DM shit.
So after
he read my
DMs.
Why did he read my DMs?
Obviously, all the haters clipped it. It was all over the internet. Tens of thousands of views everywhere, right?
He's crying that he didn't get any views.
Here's the thing. I would say, oh, LTG got wind of it and watched it, and then he responded. No. You want to know what happened?
Wow, look at that. Did he respond? No, he didn't. Wow, you mean the thing that I said he shouldn't do, and he didn't do it? The quickest way to piss off DSP. Yeah, there's a response made about LTG. LTG just doesn't even listen to it, doesn't even respond to it.
Ready for this? Here's what actually happened. You ready for this?
You ready for this, guys?
LTG DM'd me on Xer, not Twitter anymore. It's Xer or X. He DM'd me on the X app.
I don't know. I think it's still called Twitter.
Would you like to know what he said?
Yeah, what did he say?
Sure. I'm going to show you what he said right now. I'm going to show it to you word for fucking word.
Still called Twitter.
All right? This is what he sent me yesterday. Okay, keep in mind, I've not DM'd this guy since June when Street Fighter 6 came out, and I said, hey, just so you know, I'm always open to a match if you ever want to do one.
Just so you know, I want some clout. So, you know, if you guys want to fight, if you want to fight against each other, you know, we can fight or whatever. Just so you know, it would be really great, guys. Just so you know, it really would mean something if we could just go ahead and hit the tip skull right now. Literally did that, bro. Stop clout chasing, bro. If you want to play me or play me in anything, it's gonna cost you 5K. This is sad as fuck. Stop mentioning me. Upgrade your streams. Godspeed. Quite literally, I hate fucking LTG, but goddamn, holy shit, holy fucking shit, completely blown the fuck out, and blacklisted.
Just 7 members, guys. We can do it.
I am so glad that this dude got blocked. As he sits there and he wants for attention, as he craves attention, as he's screaming for attention, and he gets fucking blocked. He can't do nothing other than sit on his little smelly fucking podcast and whine and complain why LTG won't give him the free clout. And he wants not to pay for it with $5,000. He wants LTG's own fans to pay for the $5,000. He can't even tell his own fans to pay for it for him. He can't even do that. He's asking for LTG's fans to come up with $5,000 so that way DSP can get some free fucking clout. Bro, you literally could have made a speech. You could have made a fundraiser event. Imagine DSP. Oh my God, I would have fucking lost it. Imagine DSP coming up with a $5,000 fundraiser. Now, guys, it sure would be great if we could make this $5,000. You know how much you wanted to see a set between me and LTG, right? I guarantee you wouldn't get that much money. I don't even know if he would pay it. He would probably fucking pocket the damn thing and say that LTG didn't want to play the set at all. Oh, man, you would get nonsense out of that. Legit nonsense.
Even though I know you're probably not interested. It was a very friendly DM that I sent him in like mid-June.
Look.
Okay, so I haven't talked to this guy in a month and a half.
You like how he doesn't even show his own DM? He just shows a cropped out version of LTG's, like he's protecting his identity or something. As if nobody knows LTG's fucking Twitter account.
This is what he sends me yesterday on X.
Get fucked.
Stop clout chasing, bro. If you want to play me. If you want to play me in anything, so I guess it's a grammar error. If you want to play me in anything, it's going to cost you 5K. But what about the 5 bands? I'm curious. I thought he wanted 5 bands. This pisses me off because I was actually contacting local bands here in Seattle that I was going to send to him to perform.
DSP,
but now he wants 5K,
DSP with the joke.
Bands.
Okay, move on with the joke.
Stop mentioning me and upgrade your streams. Godspeed. Okay, so here's the thing. Read that again. Stop clout chasing, bro.
Yeah.
Clout chasing.
Yeah.
Let's analyze.
Let's analyze this for a second. DSP makes a whole pre-stream dedicated to a dude with a peanut butter complexion, not once, not twice, 3 times. This is number 3, asking if we can have a match paid for by the fans because he doesn't even want to pay the fucking troll toll. And he wants it so that way he can get more views than fucking Evo. And he says, I'm not even clout chasing, guys. I'm not clout chasing at all. I'm just existing here, man.
This message. Okay, let's actually tear it apart.
Let's tear it apart.
Let's
tear it a new asshole.
LTG actually thinks I'm clout chasing him.
Yeah.
LTG actually in his own mind thinks that there's clout associated with him to chase.
DSP, he has more paid subs than you do right now. You even said that yourself. What does that say about your stream?
He is living in a parallel universe. He actually thinks people care about him and that associating with him is somehow clout-worthy. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He really has absolutely no concept of reality.
This guy is gout chasing right now.
He thinks in his head that because he has a crispy hairline and a peanut butter complexion and he works out every day and he has a deep voice and he has the godlike setup and he has the HD camera that he has clout. He has no clout at all. 0. He doesn't even have enough clout to be offered to be on the Lol Cow podcast.
Imagine if that's your one thing in life that you can just say was notable. I was once offered to be on the Lol Cow podcast, where people would make fun of me for being an idiot. And DSP takes that as a compliment. He was once offered to be on a podcast and he didn't even want to be on, to make fun of him and two other fat guys because they're fucking social pariahs and they're like ridiculed on the internet. And this is his W. This is DSP's W. He's gonna take this to the grave.
But he thinks I'm clout chasing.
Damn.
I made a small segment on my podcast commentating about a stream of his that I watched an hour snippet of. And all I had was a few common, tame, unwild questions about it. And he thinks that's clout chasing him. Okay? Interesting. Let's continue.
Interesting.
If you want to play me in anything, well, I'd like to play you in Street Fighter. I want to play you. But if you want to play me in anything, it's going to cost $5,000.
DSP with the hit test.
Let's analyze this portion.
Let's analyze this. Let's make fun of his grammar.
It's going to cost $5,000.
Yeah, that's what 5K is, and that's what 5 bands are.
LTG, I have something very important I need to tell you.
All right.
I hope people will clip this portion.
Here it comes. Clip this.
Clip
this, trolls.
Make sure he sees it.
Nerf this.
LTG, Mr. Low Tier God.
Mr. Low Tier God.
I have something I need to tell you. It's very important, okay?
I have something important to tell LTG right now that DSP once mentioned during a stream. Do you know what it is? As I sit here and I'm desperately looking for it, it's this. It's literally this.
Coming on your head suplex. Turn all the. It's low tier God.
Is he gonna do that? Because if he does that, that'll be great.
Please listen. There's absolutely nothing in this realm of existence, this plane of existence, this dimension of the multiverse, this planet, this country, the state you live in, the city you live in, the town you live in the home you live in, on the stream you stream. There is nothing at all that someone would ever pay you $5,000 for. At all. There's not $5,000 of value that you could provide. Do you understand? No one will ever pay you that much money for anything in your life. So it's time to give up on that. I don't know why you think that someone's going to pay you $5,000 to do a match or to be on a stream. No one's ever going to do that for you, okay? It's never going to happen. No one's going to pay you $50,000 to be on the Lol Cow cast. No one's going to pay you $5,000 for a Street Fighter grudge match. You don't have that value. Do you understand? You get it? I hope this is like a big smack to the face, and maybe you can wake up now and realize your true value. You have
well at night,
value
LTG.
to an audience on the internet, but it's not a $5,000 payday. That's absolutely ludicrous to ask for that from anyone. No one would pay you that much money for anything you would ever, any service you would provide on this planet. No one would pay you that much money.
I'm glad that DSP provides a service in which you can feel comfortable at night that if he had a $5,000 goal, you know it's going to a very good place.
Time to have more realistic expectations. You ever watch the old skit on SNL? It was called Lowered Expectations, and it was a running joke where people would be like, well, I guess I got to settle if I want to find a partner.
Lowered expectations.
I'm never going to find anyone who's like perfect. It's time to lower your expectations, all right? If you really want something,
I wonder if Kat
be more
lowered
reasonable.
her expectations.
5K is never going to happen.
You think Kat lowered her expectations?
Do you understand that? This is not
when
me
she
insulting
sees
you.
This,
I swear to God, I'm not trying to insult you.
When Kat sees this in like 20 years, we'll be generous, 20 years. You think when she sees this in 20 years, she doesn't have lowered expectations? I don't know, probably. Maybe it is lowered expectations. Don't think about it.
Trying to give you reality here. No one likes you enough that they're going to pay you $5,000 for anything.
20 years, period. Good one. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
shut up.
Let's continue.
I'm trying to be nice.
This is sad as fuck. For you it is, because you literally didn't even see what I said on my show.
This is
but
sad.
You still slammed me for 10 minutes, completely unrelated to anything that I said. Stop mentioning me and upgrade your streams. Now this is great.
Yeah.
Once again, I said I would not mention the guy again if nothing came of it. But you contacted me with a really stupid DM.
He told you, stop mentioning me, leave me alone. What did DSP do? He went ahead and he mentioned him. And doesn't want to leave him alone. He's literally writing that BBC right now. Good lord, dude, DSP, take the L. Just fucking swallow your pride and take the fucking L. Nobody wants to work with your ass.
All right? And he's like, upgrade your streams. Okay? We already went through this
Holy
yesterday.
shit.
My streams look better than LTG's. My streams are clean. They don't have a bunch of clutter on the screen. My camera quality is better than his. My backgrounds are better than his.
DSP, your streams suck dick. Has anybody even listened to the GTA streams? I'm gonna give you a hint. If you actually listen to his GTA streams, shocker, you can hear double audio the entire time he's playing the game. If you listen to any of the speaking segments, anything that goes on.
So that's a problem. Look at this rim going crazy here.
Let's go to him talking to a character. Just anybody fucking talking.
That's disgusting, you freak.
If you listen carefully, this shit has double audio going on. Because it's fucking cloudy and it picks it up off of his fucking headphones.
Oh, so what's up now, nigga? You snitching or something? Oh, shit.
But he didn't realize that the entire time he played this. Oh yeah, by the way, any of the time that he's even fucking driving, he'll sit there and he's like, this looks beautiful, this looks great. Bro, if you look at this at 1080p, everything looks like a smudge. Everything looks like a goddamn smudge. You wanna know why? It's because I know your capture card. Your capture card is shit. I have the same exact capture card. Anything that's going on, any kind of movement, I don't care if you're doing 16 fucking megabytes per second on your fucking upload. It doesn't matter. Everything's gonna look like trash because it's all being held back by your PC and your capture card. Just straight up. I know he likes to think what we're seeing on the TV is what he's seeing and what we're all seeing, but we're not seeing that. We're seeing an actual fucking smudge. And he's like, yeah, man, but I upgraded my streams. Bro, you didn't upgrade any of this. You didn't upgrade shit. The fucking camera was provided by somebody else. The capture card was provided by somebody else. The lights was provided by somebody else. Literally the only thing in here that you could say was provided by DSP was like the little knickknacks that he has hanging around on top of draped towels over little fucking metal shelves. That's the only thing that's provided by him. Everything else is lame. Actually fucking lame. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this shit about DSP setup is better. DSP setup is crap. It's legit crap. You can't even see half of the things that are going on the screen depending on where he puts his fucking bars. It'll either cover up some subtitles or it'll cover up a map or something. Oh, my fucking setup is good. I upgraded my setup. If you upgraded from dog shit to cat shit, it's still shit.
My entire setup's better than his. He doesn't get that because he hasn't seen my streams in like a year. So he's thinking back to the old setup.
Yeah, the setup he used to fucking,
you know what I mean?
He used to promote was really good.
So what are you talking about?
Not that good anyway,
seriously,
guys.
What on earth are you talking about? You don't know, you're talking literally out of your ass. So this is hilarious. Here's the ending. Godspeed. And with lickety-split Godspeed, LTG proceeded to ban me and block me on the X app so I can't actually respond.
DSP got banned on X. He can't even just take the L and say he blocked me. No, he banned me. Yeah, what are you fucking... Yeah, you got banned by LTG. Literally, a literally get that ass ban moment. Holy shit. Yo, that actually was a get that ass ban. Oh my God.
God, dude.
Because the truth is, I would have just responded directly to him and not shown you this.
Actually got that ass banned.
Let's have a gentleman's conversation and talk about it. But instead, he blocked me. So why would you send me this and say, hey, for $5,000, I'll be in your content, but then block me so there's no way that I could actually respond and say anything about it? What if
you're responding here?
If I actually was going to say okay. Yeah.
Yeah, say it here. If you're going to say okay, say it here and somebody will send it. Go to his chat and say it. How about you go over there and say it? Nah, man, I want to do it for my safe space.
All right, $5,000, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Let's have you in my content, right?
Let's have you in my content. So, my content, by the way, not his. My content.
Now, the only venue that I have to talk to this man is this right now. Publicly speaking to you on a stream.
Or
that
his
will
chat.
Now end up being clipped and restreamed
or publicly
and
on Twitter.
A joke because you shut off the opportunity for
or on your community tabs.
Because you're a fucking
or you're on
idiot.
your Instagram.
Okay. So
literally
now,
can go anywhere else.
It's time to get a little real.
All right. All right. DSP is about to get real. He has now been shown the door. He had the door shut on him, saying, broke ass bum with your fucking faded ass fucking goatee, your fucking Van Dyke, whatever your pussy ass looking thing that you got on your face, that yee ass haircut that he's got on his fucking head, the one that he looks like he's just going bald eventually because it's cropping all the way back to the top, that uneven ass fucking Vegeta ass looking haircut that he's got. Fucking Majin DSP is about to get real and tell us what he really thinks about getting his ass banned. Okay.
All right. Let's get a little real now. All right.
What are we going to do?
LTG, you fucked up. All right. I was being very reasonable. I was being very nice to you.
You fucked up.
I had calm, very commonplace, non-accusatory, non-criticizing questions about your content. All right. That's all it was. I had no problem with you at all. And you took it upon it yourself to do a 10-minute rant about my personal appearance, about the quality of my streams, about a million things about me that were all unqualified, including continuously bringing up a 50K podcast, which obviously you're incredibly jealous you're never going to get offered. You fucked up because you took the first step towards a public feud. Now, I don't like feuds. I don't want to be involved in a fucking public feud at all. I don't want to go back and forth with you endlessly because that's a waste of everyone's fucking time. The only reason that I would ever involve myself in something like this is because I feel like we can get something out of it. All right? So, I have some recommendations for you. All right?
Oh my God, I'm trying.
You to reassess your own streams. Since you're going to give it to me, allow me to give a little bit back to you. All right? You know how when you're criticizing yourself and you're praising yourself and you say, I don't want to talk to anyone. All right? Because I don't want to talk to you if you don't go to the gym every day. I don't want to talk to you if you got a high-pitched voice. I don't want to talk to you. If you're going to criticize people, all right, at least use proper, like descriptive adjectives. Use proper vocabulary. For example, something was nagging me yesterday. After I watched your video, all right, your 10-minute rant against my looks, something just kept nagging me badly. And it was just the references you were making. Peanut butter complexion. You actually kept saying peanut butter complexion against yourself like it's something positive, okay? Do you know what peanut butter is? You understand what it is? It's fat, it's oils, it's grease, and it's all smashed together into this ooey, sticky paste. You ever actually touch peanut butter? You know what it feels like? It's gross. It's disgusting. You get it on, you're like, it's stuck on my hands. I gotta go wash my hands. I can't get it off. There's peanut butter all over me. It gets stuck to the roof of your fucking mouth when you eat peanut butter. It tastes good, but it's actually gross. It's like I said, when you say peanut butter complexion to me, right? I think you're taking peanut butter, like chunky Peter Pan or Jif peanut butter, and you're like spreading it on your face, and you got these big lumps of peanuts stuck all over your head, and it looks like you're covered in fucking giant zits, big infected zits ready to pop. When you say peanut butter complexion, it makes you think your skin is gross. That's the worst adjective in it. Say, I have a clean complexion. I have a nice, smooth complexion, acne-free. Then I would understand what you're saying. If you're saying peanut butter, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. You sound like an asshole, okay? Let's do something else. You know something you kept saying that really drove me nuts? A nice, crispy hairline. Nice, solid, crispy jawline. He loves the word crispy, okay? Now, when he's saying that, what he's meaning is my hairline is neat, symmetrical. Look at my face. My face is like proper, like if you know geometrically proper. My hairline is good. He kept bringing up my hairline, how my hairline's fucked up right here. See how fucked up this is? Yeah, he keeps bringing that up. But he's like the crispy hair, crispy, okay? Crispy. Do you know what the word crispy even means? Okay? Crispy is referring to something that has been cooked or scorched to the point that when you touch it or you bite into it, it makes a crackling or crisping sound or sensation. That's what the word crispy means, all right? The word you're looking for is crisp. A crisp hairline, a smooth and equal hairline, a crisp jawline, not crispy. The only way that your appearance is crispy is if you're dumping your fucking head in a deep fryer every morning before you go to stream. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're not crispy, dumbass. You're crisp. Use the right fucking words. You sound like an idiot every time you open your fucking mouth and you say something dumb like this. Fucking grow up and use an iota of the I know you're intelligent. I know you're an intelligent dude. But you say the dumbest shit and you're trying to use it as an insult against someone. Say the right fucking word, you moron. Like, seriously. Shut the fuck up about other people's appearance if you can't even describe your own in a way that makes any kind of fucking logical sense to the audience you're talking to. 90% of the people listening to you are laughing at you because they don't know what the fuck you're saying. 5 bands, crispy, what the fuck? Get a fucking dictionary. Get a thesaurus. Jesus.
Black Mage 66652 cheered 50 big ups. Out of touch white man talks down to black man, telling him he needs to articulate better and to get in the back of the streamer bus. This is so retarded. I hate it here.
I'm so glad you said it. Because... Okay. No, it's... You're kidding me, War Dog. You're kidding me. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna unpause. I'm gonna shut up. Because I don't know what to say. I don't know where to start.
So, now that that's been, I got that out of my way. Let me get this fucking stupid fucking thing off. Okay? Now, I'd like to finish this in a way that it's gonna kind of be productive rather than destructive. All right? You fucked up. You insulted me for absolutely no reason. You didn't have to, but you just thought, oh, it's free reign for me to just say and do whatever the fuck I want. Wrong. Wrong. You don't just get to say and do whatever the fuck you want on this planet without consequences. You know, consequences have actions, pimp. So, it's this simple. Play me in Street Fighter 6. Stop being a bitch. Stop making excuses. Stop demanding unreasonable money that no one's ever gonna pay you because no one values you that much. Play me in fucking Street Fighter 6. Let's make it a rivalry. Let's make it one of the most epic Street Fighter 6 rivalries ever. Let's make it the big first rivalry ever. Let's do it. Evo weekend. Play me first to 10. We'll lay down some rules. We'll make sure that both parties agree and both of our fan bases and hater bases are on the same page. It'll be one of the most streamed events ever in Street Fighter 6. People will be super fucking hyped for it. Let's do it. Or shut the fuck up forever and sit there on your stupid stream, rage quitting the dashboard, blocking everyone, playing the same 5 players because you blocked everyone else on planet Earth, losing. There's a reason why you're 2-star fucking diamond after 2 months, because you lose all the time and you can't deal with loss. It's like I say to everyone, the only way to be a winner is to become a good loser, to learn from your losses. Now, that's a little hypocritical from me because I rage a lot when I lose, but I regroup, I come back, and here I am, actively progressing and getting better and better at Street Fighter 6. For the first time in ages, I'm actually getting good at a fighting game again. You don't have that ability. You just sit there and you just make it all about yourself and your looks. Oh, I don't care if I lost. I'm crispy. Oh, you're real crispy, man. You're all about your sexy, but you suck at Street Fighter 6. So, either play me or shut the fuck up and be a little bitch on your stream forever. It's that simple. If you had kept your mouth shut and not sat there insulting me for no fucking reason, we wouldn't be here. But now, you either play me or you're my bitch forever. So what's it gonna be?
I don't know. I cannot believe it. There's so many things we have to unpack, and I don't even know if I want to unpack them all. I think he basically said it himself. If he had just ended it with boy, if he literally had just ended it with boy, I probably just would have said that this was the best free stream ever of all time. Probably. Definitely in the top 30.
DX crotch chop.
This is just so, it's so blatant that all he wants out of all of this is just free clout. He says he doesn't want free clout, and then he ends it with, if you don't do this for free, I get the win, therefore this is all for clout. This is literally him just wanting to take a W, even though he started all of this in the first place. He literally, dude, DSP literally started all of this in the first place. Everything was because of his fault. He talked about LTG, his dumbass looking stream, how the setup was, everything under the sun. For no reason. I told you that he believed that because of that restream, that troll video, he thought that fucking LTG was bald. It's like if I literally posted up this image right here, everybody would just think that DSP is just bald. Because if you're watching my video right now, and if you saw this, you would just think, oh, DSP is bald now. It's like that. But he sees LTG's video being restreamed by somebody else, takes it as gospel, makes fun of the dude's viewership, makes fun of the fact that he has a chat, makes fun of the fact that he makes a whole bunch of money in subs, but he doesn't make any money in fucking tips or anything during that 10-minute interval. He makes fun of how high he's ranked and how DSP's ranked higher than him. He does all of this. Thinks that, oh yeah, I was just complimenting him. I was just stating things matter-of-factly. And when he gets hit with the same shit, you look greasy as shit, bro. You don't work out. You don't this, that, and the third. You get made fun of for 10 minutes. DSP takes this whole response, turns it into an hour and 15 minutes of him crying over the fact that LTG's crying over the fact that DSP made fun of him. And now LTG's making fun of DSP and he's crying. We do all of this begging for LTG to give him a free set. The thing that I said back initially, what was it, on Saturday or Sunday, whenever I did that stupid ass Twitch stream, I said, this bro wants a fucking 1st to 10. 100% this guy wants a 1st to 10. And what does he come out with? Yeah, we need to have a 1st to 10 because it would be really great and we would show up Evo and everybody would care. DSP wrote an entire fucking novel, a novella, to how much he worshipped the BBC, and LTG in his infinite wisdom hit him with basically the K. That's literally what he hit him with. When he hit him with, oh, fucking hell, I'm rewinding. Where the fuck is it? When he hit him with this shit, he literally hit DSP with the K. That's all he did. That may have just been like, okay, and then blocked. That's it. He didn't have any time to retaliate. He didn't have any way of keeping it behind the scenes. None of this shit. But meanwhile, LTG's reading this out publicly, the thing that DSP just fails to mention, which is all of his shit that he was talking about behind the scenes.
So I know you probably have no interest. Hold on. So I know you probably have no interest whatsoever, but my viewers are asking me if I would reach out to you and request a set in Street Fighter 6. I've heard you're pretty much focused on mastering JP while I've been all over the place making variety content for my viewers. I'd be open to it, but I know you turned down any kind of matches with me years ago, and I doubt anything has changed. If so, I'm here willing, but no big deal if you're not interested at all. So, you DM me May 9th? And DM me June 22nd. Get off my dick, bro.
LTG has already said no. He has said no multiple times. DSP has went out of his way to contact this man who does not have any interest unless he's willing to pay to have him get free clout. That's all DSP wants out of any of this. He just wants a free clout. He's been told multiple times, and now because DSP has been harassing LTG, I'm going to say it, DSP is actively harassing LTG to bait him into getting a free 1st to 10 so that way he can capitalize on the clout that he can provide. Period. That is all he wants. This is pure 100% harassment of another content creator. DSP is he's harassing people. Not only that, but he had the gall to call this dude. Okay, let's be real. We all understand when the term crispy is being used, it's not because you're looking crisp. The way DSP described it with deep frying your face and making it where you're burnt, he may as well have just called LTG words in which was making fun of his color, if you will. A person of color, if you will. Which is pretty ridiculous. Now here's the thing. You're right. LTG uses it to be racist. I know he uses it to be racist. We're not stupid. Nobody here is stupid. This is the same guy who cosplayed. He dressed up as fucking Colonel Sanders and gave him the Southern plantation accent. This is the same guy who made the slavery trade joke. So you got two people in here that are awfully suspiciously racist towards other people going at each other. I'm just saying. Kind of weird. Maybe we shouldn't have described each other like that. But, you know, DSP was very adamant that he was being very professional. This was a very professional style response. I don't know. Whatever.
Bitch boy, right? Okay. I love tournament about.
Okay.
Team forever. It's that simple. If you had kept your mouth shut and not sat there insulting me for no fucking reason, we wouldn't be here. But now, you either play me or you're my bitch forever. So what's it gonna be?
DSP basically says, I won the argument. I got the last word. Ha 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 ha. That's literally what DSP said. Pretty cool, huh?
See what he says.
And we'll wait for a response. I won't be able to see it via DM, but I'll wait for his response.
Let me get rid of this stupid fucking thing.
Hey, it's your thing. I don't know why you whipped it out. And look at that. We're treated to some nice ass shot. You know what? I'm glad we got to see this dude work out today. He was working out really, really hard. Every single day, all the ladies would say, give your love to a cowboy, man. He's gonna love you as hard as he can.
And the truth is, I don't think he's gonna accept. You wanna know why? Because Viscant or Vizant made him his bitch, you know, years and years ago. Same situation.
He's taunting.
Talking out of his ass.
He's taunting.
Not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. And, you know, Vizant had enough of it. He's challenged him. They went to a tournament and he beat his ass.
DSP wants so bad to start this rivalry shit so he can just make some free money. That's all he wants. He is fiending. He is fiending. The fucking Clout Goblin is back. We have the King of Hate. He's returned.
Oh, well, I never benefit anything from that. So I'll never do it again. It's like, well, then shut your mouth. If that's the case, if you realize that you didn't benefit anything from it, then keep your fucking mouth shut about other people. The thing is, he thinks he's punching down at me. Dude, you're not punching down. It's just that I never strike back. I let everyone talk shit about me, and I never, ever fight back. I'll be the bigger man.
Don't fight
In
back.
this case, you really pissed me off. Why? Because there was no reason for you to go off on me like you did. You're an asshole.
Remember the last time DSP tried to fight back? He ran into a bathroom scared that some people were gonna fucking jump him because he was talking shit during a tournament. Wonder how that turned out.
So now you're gonna pay for it because you're either my bitch or I'm gonna beat you in Street Fighter 6. Either way, I win.
You're my
So what's
bitch.
it gonna be? You're gonna be a man or you're gonna be the bitch of the internet forever. Let's see if you're man enough. All right.
See, DSP truly believes he's king of the stack. This is what makes him a really good lolcow. It's this kind of like the, what does he call it? The hubris? He doesn't even say it right. The hubris. DSP's hubris, where he's like, yeah, man, I'm the king of the cows here. I'm king of the shit heap. You guys suck compared to me. Okay, then.
I'm done. That's it. That's literally the last thing I have to say about it. Again, if he accepts, I love it. I would love to have this grudge
Yeah, I
match,
bet you would.
all right? And if he doesn't accept, well, oh well. There's nothing that can be done. We move on, and Bitch Boy moves on with his life, and you know.
Big ups,
but at least he'll be
Bitch Boy.
crispy, Bitch Boy, right?
I want that. That's the sound clip I want. That's mine. That's mine.
And Bitch Boy moves on with his life, and you know. But at least he'll be crispy, Bitch Boy, right? Bitch Boy moves on with his life, and you know. But at least he'll be crispy, Bitch Boy, right?
Yeah, I feel like I can use that. I can use crispy Bitch Boy somewhere. I don't know where I can use it, and I got to be careful which platform I use it on.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, guys,
you need
I got
it
it off my chest. It's
okay,
now time
okay.
for shout outs, and then we'll actually get to Final Fantasy 16 today.
You're lucky I'm that nice that I'm gonna give you
so,
the raw
let's start
sound
with
file
YouTube
that I
side
didn't even
contributions, shall
edit
we?
yet.
So we start with Mango, who did a super chat, and he says, "Is this becoming drama content?" Keep in mind, I didn't make the drama content. I'm not
Dude, you literally started by making the drama. I didn't make the drama content, as he clutches his breast and he's like, I didn't start this. He literally threw the first stone, and he didn't have to, but he chose to.
Not the one who on a 10-minute rant against him. I didn't rant against him at all. I was being honest and reasonable. I have a right to watch someone else's content and comment over it like anyone else. Everyone has the right to do it. It's legal. It's fine. I wasn't insulting the guy. Everyone agreed on that podcast that I was very reasonable. I wasn't insulting him or nothing. But he went on an unhinged rant because he's a fucking idiot. He just thinks he has free reign to do whatever he wants. He thought he was punching down and he could get away with it. Sorry, bitch. No, you can't just do that.
Sorry,
okay? That's
bitch.
not reality. So.
Oh, this is good.
It is what it is.
DuBlank, this is a good image.
Let's see here.
I like this image. This basically encapsulates
everything. To the super chat and says LTG is banned from Evo. That's why he's mad. See, I didn't even know that. I had no clue he's banned from Evo.
You got told that multiple times. I didn't know
what he would have done to get banned from Evo.
You've literally been told this multiple times. You literally was told this yesterday. You was told this like, I want to say almost a year ago. And you got told this when it initially happened too. And you said it was good. I don't fucking care. Let's move on. You've been told this fact multiple times. Don't lie.
Or whatever, right?
Right?
Whatever. The thing is, I have absolutely no desire to be in the competitive fighting game community. I've said this many times. I have no desire to be hanging in that community. I don't want to go to tournaments. You know, I'm happy to play the game online, get good at it, have fun, right?
All right. Thank you, Phil.
That's it. That's all I care about. Just having fun with my viewers and being able to maybe say, hey, I understand fighting games.
Was this a fun segment?
But I guess for him, it's a big thing. I don't.
Maybe it was fun.
Know the guy. I
it
don't
was
want to
fun
talk
for
out
somebody.
Here
it was fun for us.
I mean, unlike him being unfair to me constantly because he doesn't even watch my shit and he's going to talk out of his ass about it. I don't know the real situation. I have no idea why he was even why he was banned. So
there's the guy who doesn't even watch LTG shit and just takes troll channels at their word. Literally thought LTG was bald for the first like 8 minutes of the clip.
I mean, this is someone who's a fan. Stop this while you're ahead. It won't end well. It'll backfire. Dude, it's either we play or we don't. If we don't, you know me. I'm not one to harp on shit. I'm not. I've laid down the challenge. The challenge is laid down. The time frame is laid down. Everyone wants to see it. Let's be.
He laid down the challenge back in fucking May, and he didn't accept it. And he laid the challenge back in June, and he didn't accept it. I laid the challenge down, man. No, you've been fiending for his attention for several months. Literally for several months. And he's, well, it just happened recently, man.
Be honest. By the way,
yeah, this is so phony.
Someone sent me this last night.
This is so phony.
I didn't ask for this. Someone fucking just sent me this last night and said, look how hype this would be. Use this.
Look at him.
I totally forgot about this.
I wish they used the fucking DSP Ken one instead of the Ryu. That actually would have sold it on me. You know what? Could you have imagined DSP Ken on this side and then just LTG? It's like, yeah, you know what? It would have sold me on it too, actually. It would have sold me on it.
Okay, yeah. So people want to see this. They've wanted this for years. I mean, to give you an example here. All right. Seriously, to give you an example here.
Yeah, he's writing fan fiction right now.
Basically, years and years ago, there was one match. I was playing like Street Fighter 4, and it was a random match. I think it was like a new character release. I don't even know who, Relento or something.
LTG.
It was a new character release, and I didn't know how to use the
He
character.
already knows it was Relento.
And I guess LTG, who I didn't even know who he was. I don't know about any prominent people in the fighting game community or anything. He played me randomly in a ranked match, and he beat me pretty resoundingly because I didn't know what I was doing with this new character, so he beat my ass. And this video apparently has like 900,000 views or something like that on YouTube. People, DSP versus LTG, and I never even knew about it. People told me about this years later. They were like, did you know you played LTG? I was like, who? LTG, who's now prominent because of the rivalry with Vizana.
Oh, that would have been great. What a great ending.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't
even know who the guy is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I am saying right now? Currently to your face?
People want it. People have wanted this for ages. So you give the people what they fucking want. No?
Give them what they want.
You? It's just a match of Street Fighter. It's not a big deal. I don't understand it. And by the way, that would end it too, because then once it happens, people could just stop talking about it forever, and we could all move on, right?
If people wanted him to match up against Stuttering Craig, and for an actual money match, he would have said no, because he actually did say no. But if people were wanting it on his side, actually they were wanting it on his side, and I bet you they were wanting on Stuttering Craig's side too. But DSP actively said no, because you want to know why? There was no clout for him to gain. He was already really mad at them, and there was no clout for a DSP to gain from that. Therefore, he shut it down. But with LTG, he feels like he could get more out of that. It's like a stone he hasn't tossed yet. The other one, he's already tossed it and it's sunk in the river. This one, he can skip across if he does it right. He'll never do it right.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's trying to sell this so hard. Absolutely trying to sell this hard.
That's in a Connecticut tournament playlist from 2010. Oh, see, I don't care. Sure, I would believe you.
LTG already won
because I've seen that video, but I'm sure who gives a shit.
Imagine this. LTG basically won because not only did he prevent DSP from directly contacting him any further, he shut him down on his little fucking dumbass attempt to get people to pay attention. He had peaked out at like 550 people. He's down to 300 now that he's like actually playing the game, and he did his little toilet break. Nobody gives a shit about the game now. So he didn't really get the accolades that he was hoping for. And what LTG got called a bitch from this guy? Imagine the worst thing that ever happened in your entire life is one day this dude, this greasy ass motherfucker that looks like he's pixelated. This is 1080p, by the way. This is 1080p. You can't sharpen this anymore. A pixelated fucking thumb, a smudge on the internet, like surrounded by little fucking caricatures and like little fucking teddy bears and shit, called you a bitch. This dude walked up and slapped your bitch's ass. What are you gonna do? Probably laugh and keep walking on. You probably strike him in the face. No, you don't even strike him in the face. You probably like try to pull a punch and see whether or not he flinches, and then you probably laugh and move on. This is not an intimidating man. This is a dude that walks around with a fucking gut. He sits there and he has to like pull the wedgies out of his crack. Quite literally, like last week, he has to pull the wedgies out of the crack of his ass in the middle of camera. He snorts constantly, and he is always phlegmy and shit. This dude is not going to be threatening to anybody. The dude could be wielding his little tomahawk or whatever the fuck he has over on the side. He's not going to scare anybody.
None of this matters. Anyway, Zway did a super chat, says this promo has given me shades of the King of Hate. Haha. Well, thumbs up, but you know, those days are past me.
Look at him, look at him, look at that. Haha, I'm the King of Hate.
Shades of the King of Hate. Haha. Well, thumbs up, but you know, those days are past
look at
me.
that little shaky wobbly. Oh, wait a minute. What did I just thumbs up? I literally said thumbs up. I'm the King of Hate, man. Haha.
I used to be like this all the time in the fighting game community. It's exactly true. This is how it was in the fighting game community. People always talking shit about each other. I think LTG's stuck in that mode. He thinks that the internet is like the fighting game community. It's not. Like, he's just talking shit about me for no reason. Now you got to deal with the repercussions. Okay.
As DSP talks shit about him for no reasons.
Okay. Let's see here.
He's on that high right now. He'll read anything.
Says, you're my bitch forever. A new chat emote. No. Lunch Meat did a super chat. He says, can we recrown you the King of Hate? No. Mango did a super chat. He says, please make you're my bitch forever the new chat emote. No. Mango Jewelpaws did another super chat. He says, please make you're my bitch forever the new chat emote. No. Yak Yak did a super chat. He says, you handled this well. I don't think he's going to accept, but you put your nuts on the table. Very nice, Phil. I put my giant nuts on the table. Wow. I've never heard it quite phrased like that before, but okay.
Big nuts are known to be very
Mango
large.
Mango did a super chat. He says, please make you my bitch forever. Your new chat emote. No. Covenant Lazarus did a super chat. Says, LTG has been begging for a Kick streaming contract for a month. That's neither here nor there.
Covenant Lazarus. Oh man, you had a lot of fucking idiots out of the woodwork.
Peanut Butter Rent Free says, obvious clout chase, you started this. I started nothing. I commented calmly.
You started this. You... Bro. I did commentary. I didn't start anything. Literally. This is... You know what this reminds me of? I was saying this in Discord. But this reminds me of... You remember when DSP on Twitter, when he commented on... what is that? That Giles... tweet about the arcade cabinets and shit and finally owning them, and DSP had that really terrible take. I was like, yeah man, well back in the day, you know, I dreamed of owning these, but you know, I really don't think about that anymore, but you know, anybody just could fucking buy them now. And it literally came off as DSP being condescending for somebody who was just showing off their arcade cabinets and being very happy for what they had. Yeah, it's like that situation again, where he thinks he didn't say something mean, but if you literally showed it to anybody else, they would be like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? Why is he like making fun of this shit? You could just take that, you could literally ask anybody off the street, and 9 times out of 10, they're not going to take DSP side in the understanding of what was said. They're going to understand without context. It's like, bro, the way this comes off, you're being kind of dickish. But DSP will just say, yeah, man, I did everything correct. I did nothing wrong.
And rationally, and had legit questions about his streaming
setup. It's the way he says things and how it comes across. He literally doesn't understand anything.
Not about anything. I was just curious questions.
You literally made fun of his peanut butter complexion.
Shane Longtime Gammon
you literally
just
did.
Up arms as the new recruit in the hate army style situation type
he was
deal.
Literally calling him a burnt person. He literally was calling fucking LTG a burnt person and somebody who smears peanut butter on their face. Which you could like also think of, like, there's different ways you can think of that. That's such a terrible way to actually say something.
And
yeah, he did say
me for
boy
10 minutes straight as a result. He's the one who started this, not me. All he needed to do was say nothing or actually watch the clip in question and respond to it rationally.
All he had to do was do nothing. I need to be able to say whatever the fuck I want, and nobody is allowed to fucking respond to me. And if they do, they need to watch my shit directly and they need to respond calmly and rationally. They're not allowed to criticize me at all. So you started it and you didn't want any flack from it. You could have just said that and we could have just saved an entire, like, what, cumulative 3 hours? Actually, cumulatively 3 hours of our lifespan. From this stream, the previous pre-stream, and the previous pre-stream before that.
Apparently the man doesn't understand what rational thought is, and that's the problem.
Yeah. He's a very unintelligent person.
To bait someone. There's no bait. There's no bait here. Either he plays me or he doesn't. If he doesn't, I don't care. I move on with my life as always. I'm not even going to mention this again unless he brings it up again. If he literally doesn't want to do it,
he doesn't know what bait is.
Forever, just don't mention it ever again. Never say.
If he wants to be a bitch forever, he should never mention it. Literally baiting. I'm not baiting, as he literally goes on to explain what a bait is. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Rational thought is, and that's the problem. Again, Joey Rivera, sad attempt to bait someone. There's no bait. There's no bait here. Either he plays me or he doesn't. If he doesn't, I don't care. I move on with my life as always. I'm not even going to mention this again unless he brings it up again. If he literally doesn't want to do it and he wants to be a bitch forever, just don't mention it ever again. Never say my name again, and we're done. But if he brings it up, well, you know, I have the right to retaliate too and say stuff back. All right?
It's literally baiting. Anybody with any sense of understanding of what DSP is doing can tell 1,000,000% that this is this dude out here with the rod and reel in hand. He has the tips gold net for the fishing hat with the lures and everything. And he's sitting there singing the little fucking song, the stupid ass whistling song from fucking Deadly Premonition or whatever the fuck it's called. And he's just sitting there and he's whistling his little show tunes as he's waiting for the fish to bite. Wow, man, couldn't even bait that hook. Just kind of threw the whole rod in and everything.
And Covenant Lazarus did another super chat, and he says, well, he's talking about his real name and he's lying about his age. I don't care about any of that. I really don't care about
it. It is true that we're getting baited.
That's neither here nor there. That
here's
has
the thing.
Nothing to do with the situation.
I wasn't expecting DSP to go on a racial tirade today, but we got that, so that was pretty good. I may have been baited, but I got exactly what I wanted. I got the free meal, if you will. It got me out of working for a bit, so that was pretty good.
See, that's what actually is bullshit too. What's the situation? I did absolutely nothing to get his ire. He insulted me for 10 minutes.
I did nothing
wrong. Now I struck
wrong.
back and challenged him to Street Fighter 6.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything
nothing
correct.
Personal.
Nothing personnel,
we're not
kid.
We're not involving personal shit. You don't do that.
That's
when people
bitch.
overstep their bound. Oh, we're gonna get involved with all this personal shit. No.
Called him a
stupid.
bitch.
Don't involve any personal shit. I don't want to hear about his fucking real name and exposing him for this and no, none of that shit. Bullshit. Shut up about that. Really, like that pisses me off because that shit that people have done to me over the years all the time. That doesn't need to happen. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just ignore it, okay? Ignore that nonsense. Let's not get involved with that personal shit. It's either it's him and me in Street Fighter or it's nothing, and we just ignore it. Okay? Good.
And
very good.
Very good.
So that's the super chat side of things, but let's get the latest super chat on there.
Have fun cooking this bacon later. Yeah, you're gonna have something, all right. Oh man, I can smell that chili cooking right now. I have a slow cooker chili working.
Okay. So
great.
Overnight, I received a $10 tip, and it's anonymous. So thank you to an anonymous $10 tipper.
Where's that game tracker
I really
tip?
appreciate that. I don't know who you are because there was no message attached to it, but thank you, whoever that was. I appreciate that. Let's get a nice animation for you. Get up on the leaderboard here. I don't know if you appreciate that Zelda kiss. By the way, all animations will change for August. We'll get rid of these Zelda, Final Fantasy, and Diablo animations. We'll go back to more generic animations in August, just so you guys know. That was with the summer games, but now those are going to be ending. I will keep the Street Fighter one, though.
I'll put it in the Bubble Blow. Don't worry.
But the other ones are going to go away.
We're having the Bubble Blow celebration.
All right, so here's the deal. I received a tip from Game Tracker, but he specifically has requested that I read it and I count it towards the late stream because the late stream Street Fighter. He can't be here later tonight, so.
Oh my god! I would really like it if this tip counts for another stream and not this stream, because this stream is kind of lame, and I wanted to count for a good stream.
I will do Game Tracker that's solid, and you know that will be applied to later tonight. That will not be applied to.
That's pretty cool.
Remember that, and we'll count that for the Street Fighter 6 community lobby later tonight. Okay. But I did receive, hold on, a $2 tip from Thanos, who says, get him DSP. Well, thank you, Thanos, for the $2 tip.
Big ups Thanos. Big ups the nose. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for killing half the population of the universe.
Shout out. So now we got a little bit of extra time, maybe like 10 minutes if you guys want to do a little bit of Q&A before we start with gameplay.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty good. Some Q&A segment.
A 12-month re-upping of your membership. He says, how's
That's
it going?
Probably pretty
it's
ass.
Pretty good. All things considered, it's going pretty good. I want to get progress in Final Fantasy. I'm actually excited for the fan lobby tonight, so it should be a good day. Jade, how you doing? He says he's going to talk to me and chat if it's cool. Yeah, Jade, it's always cool to have you here chatting it up. How you doing today?
Jade, I'm going to talk to you in chat. Where else are we going to do it?
GTA 5 tip animations. Good question.
Is he going to call you?
I've told you guys, sadly, I just don't have capability to make animations. I don't have software for it. I don't have the skill for it. If anyone out there wanted to do some
how about you just pay somebody to do it? Just pay somebody. You know what? Here we go. This is I can show this off because it's pertinent and is now over with his little rant, and now we gotta wait for all the extra shit to come out of it. This is the latest thing that I paid for from Dark Sea Devil. Am I saying that name correctly? Dark Sea Devil. But I went ahead and paid for some art to be commissioned. I think it's pretty good. Turned out pretty great. I asked him to just have the secretary going to Evo. It's going to be the thing that I'm going to post up on the community tab saying, I'm going to Evo, guys. See you later, nerds. And then be on my way. I thought it did pretty good. Turned out great. But yeah, why don't you do that, DSP? Why don't you just pay people for artwork? Pay people for emotes. Pay people for animations. Instead of, you know, just asking for it for free. Come on, man. That's kind of lame.
TA5 related animations as we play the game over the month of August, and we could have those for tips or whatever. I'd be down for that. I would love to implement that into my streams. Let me know. Okay?
It's free? Yeah, right. Get out of here. I made sure to make it extra worth the time.
Okay.
You could use AI if you wanted. But yeah, no. I'm not about the AI. That money's for Scopely. Yeah, we can't be paying no money. That money has to go to, what is it, the who owns it now?
Is LTG being sent by other groups or individuals? I think, M-Lock, what you're meaning to say is he being like led astray or being fed bullshit? Yeah, I do believe he is. Or, it could be one of two things. Either he's completely unhinged, and the moment anyone even mentions his name,
lots of bans in his chat, doesn't
surprise
me.
Maybe that's the case.
Legit doesn't surprise me.
I'm fighting back because I'm not taking his shit. I'm nobody's bitch. All right? Or
I'm nobody's bitch.
It could be
I'm the troll's
that he's
bitch.
being fed a line of bullshit.
I can't be anybody's bitch. I'm already a bitch.
This guy that I'm insulting him constantly, and I'm not.
What the fuck was all of this? And yesterday's stream, you idiot. Dude, I'm not insulting him. I'm not. Okay. Meanwhile, insulting him for like an hour. Okay, look at this segment. This segment was quite literally like an hour. Because it started around like an hour and 15, and it's like that long. It's like 45 minutes of just bitching.
Literally never bring up LTG. I randomly saw an hour of his gameplay. I have a right to at least talk cursory
on
about
a troll
it
channel
at a very, calm.
You watched a troll channel and it had an hour-long compilation of 2 days worth of losses. You literally watched a troll channel, and you said that people shouldn't do that for you.
Storm, welcome to the never-ending pizza party.
If you think about
Bring
it
your
rationally,
paper plates, cause it's all downhill from here.
think about it rationally for a second. This dude is literally doing the thing that he wishes other people wouldn't do, which is give DSP a chance. Well, people should give LTG a chance, right? They should watch his raw stream. Meanwhile, DSP goes to a troll channel, watches a compilation of all the fucking losses that he took, and a filter that makes him look bald. And he says, yeah, this is how LTG must always act. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but DSP is being a hypocrite, ain't he? So he can't complain when people look at troll channels and believe what they're saying. Because DSP looked at a troll channel and believed what he was seeing. Because that's how it is, man. Come on.
No insults, which I didn't insult the fucking guy. I was curious. I had genuine questions
insult his
about
peanut butter complexion. That crispy ass person.
People gave me some
nah,
answers.
Man, I didn't insult him at all.
So
I was just giving him advice.
Where he comes from doing that, but I
Give me the
really
free
do
clout.
feel like perhaps he is being fed a lot of lies by his fans. And when I do that, because there's different kinds of fans. There's fans who are nice people who are there to have a good time and they have your good intentions at heart. Then there's fans who are there to feed you bullshit
DSP
and
knows
create
what the
drama
fans are in
and
his chat.
inflammatory situations so they can sit back
I wonder what
and
kind of
laugh at the
fans
chaos they
DSP has
created.
as he sits
And I feel
there
like
and he
that's the
goes
situation that's
turret
happened
mode.
here. That people fed him bullshit, so he's like, oh my god, DSP insulted me, I gotta go off on him, and then he goes off on me, and the next thing you know, it was unwarranted, and now the situation happens, right? That's what I'm thinking
Lord.
anyway. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I don't know. Again, I don't know this guy that well. What's funny is the Restreamer did. Remember when we watched the clip yesterday? The Restreamer pauses the video. He goes, so he's gonna mention how old he is. He's gonna mention he's white. He's gonna mention he has bad facial hair. He's gonna mention his hairline. He's gonna mention this. He literally knew everything he was gonna say. So apparently this is the normal shtick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
There you go. It's still going. It's a Q&A. Keep in mind, we're behind because I paused a couple of times, but I had to. Like,
anyway,
he was just going off. He was being so weird. But remember, guys,
Izzy
Restreamers are
Jones
cool.
19 says, I wouldn't call LTG a boy. That's not cool. Who called him a boy?
No comment. Just no comment.
I remember calling him a boy. He's not a boy. He's a man. He deserves to be called a man.
Oh my god.
Synthetic Derangement says the things people say about you isn't the same realm as what you said about LTG. No shit. All I'm saying about LTG is, sadly,
man,
he's all about his own personal shit, his own looks and shit, and that's sad. It is that he thinks all of existence is about that. It's not. Especially when you're a gameplay streamer, no one cares about that, but he thinks that's what it is. That's
you literally revolve your literally revolve around your success based on how much money you're earning and how much progress you're making. You're waving around your e-penis on how much better you are ranked in Street Fighter 6 right now. The level of showboating, man.
really the one criticism I have.
The
for
level
guy.
of showboating.
I don't know anything else about him. You know, I think is it lame that he's quitting to dashboard and blocking people? Of course it is, but I think again that's his shtick on Street Fighter 6. That's how people laugh at him, and that's why he gets 2,000 viewers on Twitch because no one else is doing that, right?
Yeah, two narcissists go at each other. Which one is the better? Who knows? Oh yeah? This person is saying,
what is a b-boy? Do you consider yourself a b-boy? Oh, well, if I knew what that was, maybe I would answer. I don't even know what that means. No, I've never ridden on a yak, Willow, but thanks for the question.
yeah, exactly. Might as well have just called him an NWA. Why not? Just fuck it. Just literally throw caution to the wind at that point.
See, a lot of people are saying that he has a complex. That his complex is that for some reason he hates being called the Black DSP. Again, I never called him that. I don't understand the associate outside of the fact that back in the day we both used to rage like crazy at Street Fighter.
We
right?
both used
I mean
to.
that was part of my shtick, admittedly.
We both
Overreacting
used
to Street Fighter, getting crazy, and you know, constantly.
I don't do it anymore, but
swearing,
we both
insulting
used to.
the players and all of that constantly. Today, do I do that? Well, I criticize. And
well, do I do that? No, I gotta just criticize people a little bit. I don't really do that.
yes, I yell and scream, but then I cool down and, you know, I go back to being normal.
Dude.
But that's the thing. I get so full of adrenaline when I'm playing Street Fighter that I get upset about shit,
Just
right?
say
You
yes.
know, but purposefully, I'm not going to, you know, say personal insults about the person. I'll say, they suck. Yeah, you're a button masher. You're mashing jab. You beat everything. Random drive impact. You beat everything. That's one thing. That's criticizing the game, the person's play, right? I used to be way worse than that, for sure. For sure, I used to be way worse than that, right? But I think what people are saying, like, for example, Bet the House is, he basically took over your role when you abandoned Street Fighter V. So for a whole generation in Street Fighter, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that kind of commentary. I wasn't being that
You didn't play.
offensive guy playing Street Fighter, and he took over the role, so now people say that he's me. I guess that kind of makes sense, I guess, because now I don't.
I am not finding clips. No, I'm not finding clips.
But at the same time, I think it's time to let go. He's not me. I'm not him. We're two different people. People should stop with that shit.
I'm definitely not doing any of this. Fuck it.
Him. They're only doing it because they know it bothers him, so they're going to keep doing it as long as it keeps bothering him.
This is just nonsense. Legit nonsense now. I hate this.
Right?
This is the worst fucking pre-stream. This is the best and the worst. He really thinks that he got something out of all of this.
He says he's doing good. He doesn't love Final Fantasy 16 because it's too long and slow, but he is loving the overall story.
Great. Thank you, Jade. I'm so glad that you told us all this worthless information. Man, I'm so glad that Jade told us that he really likes Final Fantasy 16, even though DSP confuses it with Final Fantasy 18 and 13 all of the fucking time, and he really doesn't enjoy the game at all, and he says it's fucking stupid. So hopefully the ending is worth it, because if it's not, he's just gonna fucking dump on this. After this, I'm going to finish up my work.
Says if LTG accepts your challenge, it will be highly beneficial for both of you. Just by LTG accepting the match, it would show growth of character. Well, that's your opinion.
That's your opinion. That's literally what DSP wants, though. He really wants to just get his way.
How is the family doing today? They're doing all right. Jasper was around here. He was here earlier. You saw he jumped on the chair. I don't know where he is now. He's somewhere in the house. The door's open, so he's probably wandering the house. No, I did not hear about a new Marvel 2 cabinet from Arcade One Up that cost $1,000.
I don't care about that, man.
I already told you about what I feel about the quality of the Arcade One Up cabinets. They're pretty poor, and I would not want one, nor would I promote one for anyone because they're pretty bad from what I've seen. I saw one in person. It was a piece of junk, and then people who had the other one said it was a piece of junk, so, you know.
You know. Big smile. Takes a sip.
You better take a sip. You fucking sleazy asshole.
Yep. Delicious. Kind of just chilling and waiting for something to happen. He's literally just looking for the money.
So we'll leave it at this because we're about to end the show.
He was looking for the money.
Said my piece again.
There was just nothing there. Legit nothing there.
Again, I would have personally responded to LTG privately, and none of this would have been made public, except that he blocked me. So the only way for me to respond to him was to do it publicly like this. So that's his.
No, you actually could have responded to him privately yesterday. You didn't do that. You actually responded to him publicly, which you didn't need to do. And you did it for an hour and 15 minutes. And he responded to you being a dickhead saying, fuck off, give me 5K. If not, see you later, bitch. And he blocked you because you didn't want to do the right thing in the first place. Literally did the wrong thing. LTG responded, does another wrong thing. LTG's like, nah, man, see you later. Peace, pimp. And then DSP's like, well, why didn't he let me fucking DM him? Well, maybe you should have DM'd him in the first place.
Fault. I would have just
like
responded to him and said,
like a gentleman,
please watch the content that
please wash your ass.
It's not what you think.
Your ass
Stop
is dirty.
Me.
Very filthy.
But instead, I had to do what I did today because
why do you shit in the shower? That is very disgusting.
It is.
LTG.
But that's where I'm leaving it. Again, if he truly wants nothing to do with this, he should just shut up and never mention it. Let it go.
You know what? If he truly wants something to do with this, he would block you and not respond to you ever again, which is what he did. He blocked you. as you sit there with your Muppet mouth and you sit there and you're asking for something to happen. Well, he blocked you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. He wants you to shut up. He wants you to literally stop waving your ass in his face and please remove said dick, the BBC, out of your mouth and go about your business. Leave me alone unless you got 5 G's to pay for my time.
All right, and then I'll never mention him again. I don't care. All right.
I'll never do it again. I don't want to punish him again.
Then I have the right to respond again. You understand?
You understand?
So it depends if he really wants to.
You know what it is I'm saying?
Right. I think the culmination is a match during Evo.
Bitch.
I think that would be amazing.
You're my bitch.
That's my take on it. I think
LTG is my bitch, he says.
I'm being sent
as he
pictures
wiggles
like
his
this.
arms.
I'm pretty sure the internet wants to see it.
No.
It would benefit him. It would benefit me. Everyone would
You
benefit.
just want the benefit.
The viewers would benefit. Everyone
he
would
has
love
more
it.
subs than
But
you.
if he says no, if he realistically
he already said no.
$5,000 for everything. He's got a rude awakening coming. Literally, no one's ever paying him that for anything in his life.
Okay, then he said no. Then move on.
Wake up, and you know, you do it or you don't. But you know, if no,
you know,
But if he opens his mouth about it and talks shit, well,
he is just he doesn't know how to take the L. He has the L in his hands. And he's like, I don't know what to do with this. What do I do with this? The guy left this in my hands. I don't know what to do with this L wrapped up in a bow. What? Can I give this to somebody else? No? Can I return to sender? I'm going to try and return it to sender. He's literally trying to return the L to sender. Address unknown. No such number, no such soul.
Got an email from Google. I'm trying to see what it is.
I got a Google email, guys. This is very important. Instead of actually doing the stream, instead of ending the podcast, he's sitting around and he's just hoping for something to happen. Literally hoping for something to happen. Holy shit.
Google sent out an email. This is interesting. In regards to they will also want to start deleting inactive accounts. Okay. But basically what it says is they will only delete an inactive account if it doesn't have a YouTube channel associated with it. So for example, I don't have just a Google account I've never used in years. I haven't, for example, I probably haven't logged in to my classic YouTube channels in years.
Or Dark Side Phil.
If there's a YouTube channel associated with those accounts, they're not going to get rid of them.
Okay.
So essentially, if you have a really old Google account of some kind,
that
like a Gmail account,
was
or something
worthless. Thank you.
Never made a YouTube channel and
thank you for that worthless thing.
It might get deleted. You gotta log into it. There you go. That's all that was.
Okay. If we see losing subs, we'll know what it came from. Yeah, that's not even a topic. He's just literally looking at emails. He's literally just scrounging around for pennies on the couch. Don't make it talk about. I gotta fill out some time. I don't want to answer any more cues.
Well, someone asked a question.
Oh shit.
And should I answer it or not?
I don't know. Should you?
But I'll try to answer it as calmly as.
This is basically troll bait as he sits there with his rod in hand with the fisherman's cap on. This is troll bait.
I can. Basically, someone tipped me $1.30 and says, when you're playing Street Fighter 6, you make a lot of excuses every time you lose. Do you think that puts off potential viewers because you're not acknowledging that there's people better than you online? That's absolutely ludicrous. That doesn't happen. That's not true. Yesterday, I was playing with Rashid.
Mr. Ludicrous,
and
I
played a Rashid player who spanked me. That person had these crazy setups I've never seen.
Hey, he wants to change it so bad.
With a meaty charge tornado dashing forward, mixing me up. I couldn't even do anything. The guy kicked my ass. That guy was amazing.
I don't know how this is troll bait. Wow, this is just what it is.
Must have been playing this nonstop since this character came out. He beat my ass. That was amazing. I don't know anything about how to fight against Rashid. I'm learning how to use him, but that was great.
I don't know what to do.
You know, if there's a matchup where someone outplays me, I'll call it out.
I was beat like a bongo drum.
Got my ass beat, right? Or, wow, you know, I don't know the matchup. Wow, I got owned. But if someone's literally spamming nonsense nonstop online and I can't beat it, I'll call that out too. The problem is people can't discern the difference because the people who criticize that
I was losing my mind. Nah, my mind's already gone.
The vast majority of people who've been playing Street Fighter 6 agree with me on the stuff I've been saying. Literally, we just watched.
I don't know why he wants to spank people. This is like when he talks about
I've been saying all along.
I get really worried.
You can't react to a sonic boom.
Maybe he likes spanking and poop in diapers.
That's what I said too. Oh, but Phil, that's your excuse. No, it's a fact about the game. The problem that if you can't discern the difference between me criticizing the game, and making an excuse, I mean that's your fault. That's
DSP, when you sit there and you complain that you were holding back, but we can clearly see a counter button because we can hear you smack like a fucking jab on your controller, because you're very loud when you smack your fucking controller, and you sit there and you like point the finger at people. It's like, I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. It's your fault. Capcom, you suck dick. I did nothing wrong. It's you. Yes, you. Well, no, maybe you just hit the button and you really shouldn't have hit that button. You can't accept the L. And when you get blown up because of that and you're complaining and whining and shitting yourself, like, man, that was so unfair. That guy was lucky. He was just playing pattern play, and you know, the ping was so low that actually I had lag from it, and it was because of the rollback. It's like, nobody takes you seriously. Literally nobody takes you seriously. You don't even have to know a lot about fighting games to know how ridiculous that sounds. I don't want to hear a professional or a former professional fighting game player sit there and like literally cry excuses about why he hit a button and he got blown up because of it.
That's your shortcoming, not mine. Are there
you
times
miss anything
when
good?
I'm very, very heated because I lost a match?
Green Lobster, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Is it always fair?
It wasn't as good as yesterday's,
Sometimes
but somehow it rivaled it.
But then when I calm down,
very
I regroup,
specifically,
better, right? That happens to everyone when they get all worked up about something.
If you want my advice, if you want my honest opinion, as DSP sits here and he like masturbates
right?
the air, he double fists two penises, two invisible penises. I will give you the wise words of a what is it? Peanut butter complexioned crispied man.
If you want an explanation, rewind the stream. I'm not gonna explain myself again, man.
Trust me, it will be worth it in the end. I did not realize it was going to be as robust as it was.
Worked up about something, you know, they got to readjust or whatever. But that's just the deal, you know. So does it turn off new people? I mean, maybe. But then again, how many new people are coming to my streams to watch Street Fighter? Not that many.
The Bukkake
you know,
pose,
I'm
Phil.
not stupid. I'm not fooling myself into thinking that I've earned thousands of new viewers since I played Street Fighter 6. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah,
you know?
it didn't happen.
People know who I am. So, you know, I'm not really too worried about it.
You seem to be worried about it, else you wouldn't be wanting to have more viewers show up for an LTG versus DSP match. In fact, I honestly think the reason why you're doing all of this is you're not getting the fucking clout that you thought you were going to have going back to a fighting game. It's kind of been disappointing, actually, because he knows it. Everybody knows it, but his videos have been doing dog shit for any of his fucking fighting games. Any of them, and more specifically his Street Fighter content has just been trash. There are videos in which are like a week old and they don't even break 1,000, and some of his gameplay video like surpasses that for Final Fantasy. So he is actually worried to death that he's getting more and more irrelevant, as the thing that people wanted for the longest time, which was for DSP to play a modern Street Fighter, is not drawing the same crowds that he used to get in anything, actually anything. So yeah, he is kind of, you know, worried.
There you go.
There you go. But it's okay if Mr. Wilson
I received a $10
responds.
super chat from Tech Ack. He says, you know what's sad? The fact you won't admit you're very good looking. It's so obvious you've been working on your sexy until you threw your fake chain away.
That Street Fighter 6 is a bust.
Very nice.
How hard is the gamble
Working
for
on
the
the
next
sexy.
FromSoft game? I think he's going to gamble on not the next FromSoft. I feel like the next gamble is going to be on Mortal Kombat, and I don't think that's going to turn out that well. You'll get the first like week having the bump, but he's not going to have the retention. If this has anything to tell you, this is no retention. Contributions keep coming in, as he literally had a 15-minute period where there were no donations. He had 550 people. They noped the fuck out. Literally noped the fuck out.
$3 tip.
Spider-Man 2, I don't think it'll be the big gamble. I think it'll be a staple game, but it won't be the gamble.
If he's a bitch about it and doesn't want to do it, then he's a bitch forever. And that's
he'll quit MK fast. I don't think so. I think he'll stay with it for a month.
Endlessly talk shit.
Because he knows that that's potential new viewership.
If you're gonna talk shit, now fucking come and be a man and face me in a game that you think that you're good at.
He wants LTG to come.
If you lose,
LTG, come.
Who cares?
I summon you to come.
But you know, I don't think he will.
DSP really double stroke hand.
I think like what you
he
said,
needs both hands for the BBC.
If you don't want to do it, just never say a word again. Right? Just leave it alone. he'll probably talk shit tonight, and then he'll still back out and demand $5,000 that no one will ever give him because no one values him that much.
Wow.
He's nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They value me that much. That's why I'm sitting here and I'm sipping on my carbonated water. My seltzer water, if you will.
Juju Jimmy, I would never, ever involve myself anything with Keemstar ever on this planet, period. Under no circumstance. There you go.
Clear your throat anymore? Does it feel like there's a frog or a lump in your throat right now? How many fight offers has he turned down like this? Several, actually. Several.
Butterboy just hit me $3. He says, have you noticed that the media and the gaming community attention has now stopped? There's no more praise for Final Fantasy 16. It seems the big time streamers that get paid by Square to play it are now done with it.
Dude, the game is how old now? Everybody's moved on. Yeah, there's no fucking notoriety for a game that everybody's basically already beat. It's yesterday's news. It's been over a month. Oh my, yeah. Okay. See what I need?
Like, I saw for about, it was about a week and a half, a lot of people kissing Final Fantasy 16's butt. Then I kind of saw everyone stop talking about it completely. And that was the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, I never saw anything else after that. So I felt like, yeah, we're in a situation where
people beat it.
The game is really hyped by certain people, and other people just don't care about it at all.
It's
I don't
done.
think anyone's like crapping on it and hating on it. It's just like either people really like it or just don't care about it. And
DSP, what do you do? There have been so many pre-streams wherever I listen to you talk about Final Fantasy, I swear to God, it's the worst game on earth just because you keep telling me that. As you sit here with your little red cherry nose and you tell me over and over again, guys, I hate Final Fantasy. There's like a 2-hour period where there's nothing happening. It's boring as shit. And there's like 45 minutes where something's happening and it's pretty cool. He literally does that every time he talks about Final Fantasy. That's why I always want to skip the talk. I don't care about Final Fantasy enough to play the new game, but I know sure as shit he's making it where I don't even want to play the game now. Because it's like, he's not even saying anything good about it. This is the same shit that he did with Tears of the Kingdom 2. He got crapping on it for no reason. Oh, but it was pretty good, man. It was pretty good the moment it fucking ended and got off the conveyor belt. This is going to be the same way with Final Fantasy. The moment it gets off the conveyor belt, then it's going to be a good game.
that's weird because with Final Fantasy, it's almost like everyone cares about it a lot. And I feel like this one didn't get that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is that I am currently saying to you right now in front of the camera? Okay. Well, time to end the fucking daily wrap, guys. I mean, the pre-stream.
All right, guys, we got to end the show. It's been, again, another long one. Let's end it now before it goes 2 hours again.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's time to relax. It's time to sit back, play some Final Fantasy 16, and go to sleep. I guess we'll see what happens, how boring the game is today or not. I really hope it's not, okay? But I guess we'll find out as we play here. All right? Thank you all for watching the show. And like I said, I promise you, I'm hoping this will be the end of it. We get an acceptance of the match, that's great. We can start talking about it, hyping it, and planning for it. If he denies it and talks shit, I'm just going to ignore it because there's no point. He's being stupid.
If he gives me what I want, good. If he doesn't, good.
Thank you for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow to let you know how today went. We're looking forward to the community night tonight, and you know, usually goes well. So, all right, guys, peace out. See you tomorrow. All right, that's the end of the show. Let's set up here for the gaming. And,
what a theatrical show. What a fucking performance that was.
Brief break just for me to use the restroom here and wash my hands.
And we had a bathroom break. And I want to hear
right
after the bathroom break. How long did we take the break? This is the cool ass design that he likes to tout is so much better than LTG's, by the way. This thing right here. The thing that makes it look like he covers up this portion of the screen and this portion of the screen. 15% of it is actually dedicated to DSP and his vanity and his money. Instead of having like a section where he could just have his face somewhere else because nobody really truly needs to see his face during gaming. Like he actually invented that himself.
We had just finished the major story mission where we fought Bahamut. And now I guess we're going to see what the fallout from that is. Like what's the actual, you know, story follow-up to that? Am I going to use Rashid tonight? I'll probably use him some matches. I won't use him all night. I mean, I played with him all day yesterday. I'm kind of Rashided out. I'll probably do a variety of characters tonight, but he'll probably be in the mix, yes.
DSP is a veteran ventriloquist and Cobra.
I'll be right back.
Never seen someone talk out of their ass so well before, aside from politicians. Yeah, he would make a good politician. I know people have said that before to him. Adam Krigler said that, and I think I know somebody else said that too. 100%. How long was he gone on bathroom break?
Felix the Maid says, you think...
Okay, does he joke? Well, no, he probably didn't make a tip joke, but he probably made some kind of comment about how many people left the stream.
Alrighty, everybody. Let's boot her up. Let's get started.
Yeah, Gundam said it too. I know somebody else said it. But I feel like I've heard it enough times for me to know it's a thing.
You think Clive will get his sexy on? Oh, are you kidding me? Clive has been non-stop sexy in this game. Absolutely. Look how crispy. Look at that. Look at those dimensions. That is a crispy male right there.
All right, DSP calling him a crispy male. Yeah. Somewhere or another, the game looks slightly better than I would imagine it would be. I guess he's staying still long enough for some stuff to render. Definitely questionable at 1080p.
Right? That is the epitome of a crispy individual. Very nice.
Crispy. Very crispy. I agree. Thank you for being crispy.
Chiseled jawline, even hairline. Marshmallow fluff complexion. Look at that. Look at the marshmallow
fluff complexion. So he knows it's a color of skin joke, and DSP's just like, yeah, man.
6'9".
I'm gonna play into it. You fucking disgusting individual, slathering fucking peanut butter on your face.
Okay, can we start now? Let's not make this the clown on LTG stream. Seriously, I said my piece. I'm done with that. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it.
That's the kind of guy DSP is.
Okay.
Okay. The moment he hits start, I'm gonna fast forward and see what he currently is at, and then I'm gonna piece the fuck out. All right, I'm piecing the fuck out by hitting the live. What are we currently at? We were at $19. We got probably the $20 penance that's paid by what does it take to go to fucking current? Refresh the screen. There we go. There, you got the $20 for 1 minute man and like a random dollar. And there were 240 people when there were like almost 550 people. So 300 people nope the fuck out. Nobody cares what's going on. Pretty cool. Pretty great. Shut the fuck up and let's all get the fuck out of here. Don't worry, he got a couple of super chats, so that's probably meaningful and robust or something. Thank you guys for coming out to this TED Talk. I know that, honestly, I thought it was going to be a nothing burger, but DSP somewhere or another found a way to surprise even me. Imagine that. I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I was initially thinking I was going to stream later tonight, but I end up having work obligations for 9 o'clock. I have a thing with China that I have to work on, so I have to be awake during their normal hours and actually be helping them out. Plugs. Do we have anybody that we can go to? Maybe. Is King Jad currently? Yeah, he's still going. I'm going to send you guys over here. Yeah, we're sending you guys over here. You get to see all of it again, but it's even like more slowed down because like we're in the past here. We're not even in the present. We're in the past. Yes. Anything else that I need to mention? Is there anybody on Twitch? You know what? If you haven't already, you should totally check me out on Twitch. Sometimes I stream there. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. And when I do, it's supposed to be like a treat. Drawn Fraga is currently streaming on Twitch as well. He is what the hell is he doing? I think I don't know if he's like wrapping up or if he's doing the whole stream, but you can totally check out Drawn Fraga as well. And with AI Jersh Bing chilling. I don't know. Maybe. What is Tevin doing at the moment? Tevin has been live for 116 days. Jesus Christ. And you know what? He's currently watching DSP. So if you want to potentially listen to a restream that's him existing, you can exist with him too. 116 days. 116 days of existence. Can you imagine that? I can't. But
Typo City by this dude, by the way. Hopefully DSP don't point that out. You don't work, Keem, and he loves bullying Diablo to people. Oh my God, it's Jade on the sock account. It's actually Jade on the sock account.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But yeah, if you want to go over there, you can go over there. I'll post up the new art indicating I'm going to be on vacation next week. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to be available. I will maybe post up occasionally. If you're in the super secret Discord, I'll probably make random ass call-ins when I'm at Evo. And I'll try and take some video and some pictures. I'm not going to be as robust as maybe like how Dingus had whole dedicated segments. I'll try and make them at least a little lengthy and a little girthy. We didn't commit to a GoPro. And I don't want to dox myself, so I'm going to have to review the footage ahead of time. But I'll let you guys know we'll have some nonsense. More like gaycation, more like gaycation. Hell yeah, Shiok knows. But thank you for coming out and having fun, and hopefully you enjoyed the nonsense. If you want to see more nonsense, you can't see it from me because I'm not going to be streaming any more of the nonsense. I am sending you guys over to King Jad's place. I am currently setting it up as the redirect for right now. I don't know how much longer he's going to be going, but you can listen to more of the nonsense there. If you did not see what I talked about today, you'll have to rewind the stream because LTG.mp3 or other such nonsense. I might stream later in the week. No promises though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ain't gonna be touching sticks at Evo, teehee. Oh my God. Thanks, Rave. You made it gayer than it needed to. Okay. We'll see you guys.